flipping voice live now or whatever.
Hello.
Yeah.
Now you're quiet.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
No, it's. Hi, everybody.
I had a bit
Kiken
that
is
I was
very
going to start
upset
today
with
with,
me.
but I don't remember what it was, so I don't have a bit that I was going to start today with, and I could have just not told you all that, and nobody
Is it
would have
a Phillips
known.
head?
But I feel we use T25s at my job. We almost never use Phillips heads. T25s are bust.
So for people watching this later on a YouTube video and can't see the chat, one of our redeemables on Twitch is positivity, in which we must say something nice about ourselves. There's also a mass positivity where you all have to say something nice about another person, and that's a little bit more fun, especially when it's not you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But positivity is like becoming the bane of my existence because I have to say a nice thing about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I'm
Bane.
bad at that, not because I have that deep-seated level of self-loathing anymore. I've been in therapy long enough that's not the case. It's just hard to come up with new shit. Like,
You know what? That is fair.
like after a while, I don't know. I guess I'm a good storyteller, or at least I'd like to be. I am a passionate storyteller. I'll give myself that much credit. Saying I'm good is not genuinely a thing I believe, because I don't know. I don't feel like it's up to me. I feel like it's up to the people that hear it. But I do take a lot of pride in it. So there we go. And I think that's a good.
Yeah,
so that
good job,
counts.
Patrick.
I feel patronized.
No, I wasn't trying to patronize you. I was genuinely
Wait.
saying good job.
Can I redeem boops? Is that fair? I have infinite boops. I can redeem them, right?
I mean, you're able to, aren't you?
Yeah, I literally have an infinity symbol next to boops, though. I feel like
I
that
mean,
means
you
I think you're
put
gonna
on
crash
the
boot market if you do
timeout, so.
Yeah, but then that would start. I could just like spam it and stop the timeout. I wouldn't do that, but it seems kind of fucked up. So yeah, I feel like if I have infinite boops, I shouldn't be able to do that. Though, wait, no, this is the unnatural ones profile. If I go on my profile,
Oh yeah, that might be a
that's
thing.
different.
Yeah.
Also, need to turn my phone way the hell down.
And Ellie is flourishing you with positivity, even though it is not mass.
That's okay. She pays us.
That is true.
I mean, you do too, but you also
She
get to
does
play,
pay you guys.
So.
Yeah.
What?
I was listening
I
to
have
our Uno
88K.
playthrough from last week, and I laughed super hard at how much hatred, not hatred, but like annoyance and anger facilitated towards me, even though I wasn't winning like half the time. It was really funny.
Well, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to be hateful, right? That's the lesson.
No. No.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm gonna close my door, then we'll go face live.
Okay.
Door is open. Light is on. Not fucking ready over here. Not ready. 2 years doing this shit. You think I actually know how I'm prepared for it? Has it been 2 years?
Oh, has it officially been 2 years?
It has not been 2 years, but it's been close.
August,
Yeah,
right?
we're getting close.
August, like 16th or something.
I think it's Is it August or was it September?
I believe it is
9th.
August.
It was September 9th,
But
right?
I thought it was August. I guess I could look. I
Yeah.
can check.
We can't. We could check. It's like somewhere.
I might as well. I'll do it. I'll check. I got it.
I know we removed the "this will be our first day" thing. We finally removed that from everything. But anyway, I'm sitting down again, so I guess we have to go face live now. Hello, everyone.
Hola.
Are we face live?
No. Why? We're
Oh,
going to do
Ellie
something.
wants us
okay.
to hydrate.
I'm just gonna pick my nose.
Oh, hey, I have water somewhere around here. Oh,
yeah,
instead of
coffee.
water, I have
This
body
works.
armor 0 sugar, which is supposed to hydrate you, because I don't know what I did with my water.
I have some.
This
kind of
stuff's good,
coffee
though.
drink.
It's lime flavored.
I've been trying to drown
I
my
can't-
sorrows with coffee.
I can't drink that body armor stuff for some reason. It gives me canker sores really bad.
Oh, you know what? I could kind of see that because they seem to. I mean, it does seem super citrusy, which is one of the reasons why I really like it, and it goes away super fast, so it's not worth its price.
I could-
Goes
Tuesday,
away.
August 16th was our very first stream.
August 16th.
Yeah, Tuesday, August
Okay.
16th.
I like
We're
the
on our
phrasing
way.
on that. It goes away. Not I drink it too fast. No, it goes away.
Just
It
evaporates
does.
out of the
It tastes
bottle.
so good, it just leaves. Like everything else I love in this world.
Oh wait, no, coffee's a diuretic. Fuck, I'll be right back. God damn it.
It is indeed.
You guys fill time or something. I'll be right
Not if you drink
All
enough
right,
of
I
it.
guess-
Time.
Um,
If you drink enough
no,
of
it's
it.
still a diuretic, sir.
Nope. I'm regular.
So
I poop
we-
13 times a day.
Case and point, my friend. Case and
So Patreon is only $1, guys, if you want to join. For those that happen to be here and that haven't joined yet, you get access to a lot of stuff. It's
Special
awesome,
thing.
and
That is
we still need a plan for this month's hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I need to record some more of the Don't Sleep to This podcast with jump scares in it.
I would love that.
With jump scares in it.
Mm-hmm.
20.
Pull a Hugabee's,
I am approaching.
how it's actually made during the cheesecake episode. He's like, hey guys, some people like to sleep to these episodes because they find my voice relaxing. So in about 30 seconds, I'm going to yell really loud and don't mention it in the comments. Don't mention it in the comments. I'm just going to shout. The cheesecake is known for the like, just,
Oh, Hugabees.
just, and it's gotten me before too when I had just been listening to it in the background. Just wake up!
No!
He's also on a podcast called The Official Podcast with
Oh, hey.
Penguin Zero and oh wow.
Nice.
I got mass positivity.
You know, it has been a while since we've given Dave some love. It feels.
I
Speak for
have
yourself,
no
I
idea.
live here.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, you don't count.
What did Oh, we had a
fuck,
conversation
no,
about-
damn.
a bunch of stuff yesterday? I was like, what were we even talking about yesterday? But yeah. All right. Well, I suppose I'm prepared as I'm ever going to be. My loins are girded.
Speaking of loins, boy,
So
the things I'm going to say about your
one-
loins that are
Oh
positive.
my God,
no.
sir! You got to
Sorry.
keep it with the TOS, my friend. Got to keep it with the TOS.
Go ahead and go, Molly.
one thing I really like about you is how excited you are just to play different characters, different ideas of spellcasters and such like that. Like when we were talking yesterday for Tyrant, I quite enjoyed listening to like what choices you were going to go through and what choices you made and what you were going through for that. Even though my character is so anti your character essentially, it still was really interesting to listen to and hear. And I think back to your other character on Monday's campaign, and it's like, God, he's able to do such a good job playing different roles.
It is true. They're very, very different, like in-game roles, not just like role-playing wise, but like one of them is the party like healer essentially, and then the other one is straight like individual person damage, and he's the tool monkey. But yeah, the skill monkey, I guess. But
I've yet to see you throw poop at people.
that is true. I tend to not do that. I'm a refined gentleman.
Only chat can hear me right.
That just gives me an idea for a character, which would be a terrible thing. It's like a mage, a spellcaster, monkey character who casts poop missile or whatever.
Oh,
you know.
gosh. Remind me to run away.
Yeah.
I can tell by Molly's face. she's
I
just
like that
straight.
Dave is so knowledgeable about many different things. Case in point, yesterday we were talking about Asmodeus, and he just in the Discord popped a magic card, and you know, obviously he knew exactly what to look for. I think it would be a fun game to play because I don't know a lot of 40k stuff. I know a little bit. Molly, I don't know about you. I don't know about Patrick.
I'm
But-
very little, but I do know a little tiny bit.
Basically, it's a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire-esque thing. where it shows us a picture of a character from 40k or Magic or whatnot, and we have to guess who it is. And,
Dave would win that.
Well, no,
Well,
he would
no,
be
I
running
would
it.
be the host
Yes.
because it's not
okay,
fair.
okay.
Because if we did it, I would definitely
Yeah, he
win.
would win. Yes,
Because
correct.
I have a like master's level knowledge of 40k lore because I've spent way too much of my life learning about it.
We could also. I don't know. I thought that'd be a fun. It was just an idea I had. But yes, very much could be like. I saw a meme earlier that it was a Adam Smasher versus David.
Wow.
I can't remember his name from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Like doing the stare down. And it was like
Anyone
the Necron
surprised
looking
Panda
at
saw
the
him?
Mechanicus, disgusted that he would throw away his humanity so easily.
Yeah.
I like
And,
how Patrick has disappeared from camera and muted himself just so he could potentially get away from having to compliment Dave.
Nah, he's not.
Or no. The problem
getting
is I
some
said
stuff.
he doesn't count. That's probably what the
Yeah.
problem
Yes,
is.
that is why he's
Yeah,
taking himself
It's
off.
definitely not so I
Wow.
can just talk to Chad in private.
And the David Martinez one, it was like the tech priest looking at the Necron, jealous of all the body mods he has or something like that.
Mhm.
But I was like, yeah, here's the 40k meme. I did see one comic recently where it's a what are the guys that live in the trenches?
Krieg
Yeah.
Guardsman? Is that who you're talking about? Yeah.
it
With
was
the
a
gas
scene-
masks and the shovels?
Yeah.
Yeah, Krieg.
It was a singular Krieg guardsman who got sent to like a farm world that is much like an isekai, where everything is like, Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon. There, where everything's nice and peaceful, and he's just like digging a trench. You're like, oh, you gonna plant some potatoes? And he's like, what?
He's like, no.
And like the farmer girl keeps is trying to teach him how to do stuff. He's like, I don't know. I was sent here. I don't understand. I crave the battlefield. I miss the trench. Just him being depressed that he can't actually go to fight.
Yes.
But
Good old
yes.
Krieg Guardsman.
Okay, so
And now maybe for somebody who doesn't matter, they can go possibly. Or somebody that Molly thinks doesn't matter.
There you go.
Did I get all my
Either
boots
that-
taken away? Hold on.
Did I get it?
Oh no. Okay, no, that was bits.
I
Sorry.
should have. That would have been funny.
I don't have any bits.
Just randomly.
yeah, no bits. They decided to move it so it's closer to the boops, which that's
Yeah.
probably smart. All right, Patrick, I'm sorry if I didn't say it correctly. I meant that doesn't count on, one ever complimenting him because you live with him. I really meant it doesn't count towards this. Because people can't see when you're complimenting him in your home.
Why would I compliment him in my home? I'm not gay.
Wow. Pride Month.
Oh god.
Anyway. No. Let me see. I don't know, man. Dave is one of the ride or die homies, dude. Like, he's despite the fact that like all of us have grown and matured as much as we don't want to admit it. We have, like, all of us are more patient and more wise, quote unquote, than we were in high school. And yet, under the right circumstances, Dave is still that friend where if I just burst into the hall and was like, Dave, I need this table cleared, he would just wipe everything on the floor and be like, why? What's going on? But the table will be clear before any other questions were asked. So I really appreciate that. It's always good to have that one friend who will just like jump in feet first before questioning you on anything. And that actually trusts you not to abuse said power. So I do appreciate that.
All right. We should probably get started, right?
I mean,
Started what? We already did.
I don't remember the who, what, when, where, and whys because it's been a week.
We woke up in the cave.
And there was a
boy that wanted to be named. I mean, that wanted to be called Sam because it was, or not Sam, Dave,
Yeah.
Yes, I
Sand
remember
Morning,
is-
that.
Dave.
Panda.
I just don't remember the
Um,
last thing.
The wolves, or the wolf, a wolf and a warg were like, "Hey, it's bad outside. Can we chill in this cave? We don't mess with you. You don't mess with us." And we're like,
Mhm.
and you're like, "Yeah, sure."
I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yep, you got wolves sleeping outside, and you guys were thawing out a bundled up person.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That is
And
correct.
I'm working
That's what we
on
were doing.
chipping up a treasure and a sword.
Yes, you did get that partially freed, but then finally went to fucking sleep because, good lord, it's been a long day. So, we come to the next
Snell
morning.
pulls up.
Yep, I voted because I'm gonna flirt mercilessly with this person, so I'm gonna get a lot of ones, right?
Oh, you just named it
The
Snail's
prediction.
time. The prediction.
The
is for who
prediction
rolls the most
is-
natural ones.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I tend to vote for myself. I think everybody votes for themselves.
That's what I was saying. I definitely vote for myself. The smart money, though, gotta be honest, is on the tie.
Yeah, the tie or GM.
Yeah.
Say.
Because a tie means that if no one rolls a 1, technically tie wins. Me, I tend to only roll in combat, so if there's no fight happening, probably don't bet on me. But anyway, so blah blah blah. Let's go back to the screen. Morning comes around. You find that the lady, the bundled up lady, is still somewhat frozen. She's not like stiff to the touch, like made of ice, frozen. It's just that she's very cold still. You can tell it's probably gonna take a while for the body temperature to come up. This is actually the more critical time because you've got to like make sure she gets warm enough to like survive now that like her body is actually beginning to work again. But likely won't be conscious for some time. But it's pretty much at this point she just needs to recover. So you're gonna keep her by the fire, make sure she doesn't get too close to it or anything like that, and that if her heart stops or something, you're gonna have to apply like CPR or something else, right? So that's about where it is in the morning. So for the rest of you, when you wake up, nothing else really seems off. Like you still are kind of dealing with the kind of odd odors and like strong herbal smells and that kind of stuff of this area. These sort of like dirty, gamey scent of just this big, rug that you've been sleeping on. This giant animal pelt. And wait, where's what coming from, Denozo?
Mew?
Emu.
I don't know. I just saw the last thing that Ellie put in there was Mew. So I just said Mew. I like
Oh, what
emus.
Ellie said?
Ah,
Oh, I don't know. That.
aggressively lesbian. Yeah.
Oh. I mean, it's not me, so. But yeah, so you're kind of dealing with that, but otherwise, it's rather peaceful in here. You got a nice warmth coming from that cauldron area. You do hear, even this deep into this cave, you can hear, like, well outside that there are some very fierce winds going on out there, so likely whatever storm rolled through is still happening.
Okay, so the wolves are likely still chilling at the front.
No, I think he said they left already.
Oh, did they? Okay.
I'm pretty sure they left like first thing in the AM. They went.
But they were supposed to. They were.
Yeah.
Well, what he actually said is they would leave when the storm cleared.
Oh, okay.
So it's possible it cleared partially overnight and came back and they left, but you don't know. You don't know for sure.
True enough.
Okay, well, since I am up, I will go down back in the hole and keep trying to peel off the ice for the chest.
Is anybody else
Yeah.
hurt real bad?
It's not real bad.
Alrighty.
I'm like a third of my HP gone.
Regular bad.
Still pretty
Actually,
roughed up.
a little less than that, but I'm bad at math, so.
Alright.
Where I'm from, we call it maths. Just so you know.
You heal 11. Because I'm such a nice person.
Thank you. You are such a nice person. Ha! You're gonna be happy how much that heals me too.
That's 69.
Yep.
Wow, you have almost 2 times as much HP as me.
Yeah. Don't ask me what mine's at. I do have 2 spell slots now since we leveled up. Or 2 level 2 spell
Ooh.
slots.
Fancy.
Guess who put them both in healing?
Wow.
Somebody's got to be a healer because it's not me.
Yeah.
You can see that that Dave is still over in that cage for now, that bone cage.
Mm-hmm.
Awake, just kind of seems to be observing. As you get up and start chipping away at the, you climb back down and start chipping away at the ice again. It really sucks to be down there, especially first thing in the morning. Like, if you can imagine, like, getting up out of bed, like, kind of stretching, brushing your teeth, and then going into a walk-in freezer with a pickaxe. That's like, that's kind of how you're starting your day, which is not fun, but
I don't know. I think it has a certain appeal to it at this time of year.
I mean, yeah,
You
right
think
now
any-
it wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah. I'd be in an ice cave right now.
Yeah.
Would casting sun metal on that pick help with the excavation process at all?
How long does it last? Just boop it.
I think it's 4 rounds, something like that.
But
That is
remember,
rated
your
up,
caster
so
level
that
will go up by 1 too. It's gonna go up every time.
Yeah.
level.
Did I not?
You got to separately increase your caster level, by the way. It doesn't go up with just your level.
Mhm.
Is that under configuration or is that under something?
Yes, it's in configuration. So it's over on the right where it says CL and it's next to whatever ability is your casting ability. You have to also manually increase that. It does not increase when you increase your level. FY.
It should be 5 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I upped it. Thank you for
Because
that.
no.
Not usually casting stuff.
As someone who plays almost exclusively casters, I got you.
Yeah, let me go and boop it. I'll just cast it.
Oh, yeah, 1 round.
Hey, you
So 5
recovered
rounds.
it.
So it's about 30 seconds. I mean, you know,
It's
probably
hot.
would. It probably would help.
So-
yeah.
So it would help
Nice
clear
and
out some
flame does
stuff.
not hurt the weapon or wielder, but does damage those. Blah blah. When
If it's submerged in water, it ends.
as effect does not stack with flaming or flaming burst. It's not functional weapons. Frost ability. I'm just trying to see if it gives off heat, but it doesn't explicitly say. Does damage those hit by the weapon. Okay. Yeah, so it'll help dig. I was seeing if it gave off heat to see if it would help with the. She's in like a really cold area, but it won't do that. But it will help you work through this ice for sure. Is anyone else? By the way, this isn't technically. Let me see. 1 melee weapon. I'm gonna still say this works, even though what you're using is a tool. You don't have an actual mattock or a pick, so this is just like a handheld. Pick-like tool that you found in here, so it's not technically a weapon, but we'll count it as a light pick, like an improvised light pick in this case. I'm fine with that. Anyway,
Other than that, I guess I'm still rotating the person burrito, right? That we
yes,
found in the back of the fridge. The freezer.
yeah, it would still be helping her. You can do other things. It's just that's your other partial occupation.
Oh,
And Eli, are
holler
you
it.
doing anything?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I would holler at Dave the child to see if he was if he's hungry, because I'll start working on food as well if I need to.
I could I could eat something, I think, but I'll survive.
Well, we all need to eat, so I'll just
I
make
also
a little extra
don't-
one.
I think that was the question he was asking. It's, are you hungry? Not, will you survive being hungry? Because if you are, we'll feed you.
I guess a little. You all sleep really soundly.
That's not creepy at all.
If the moon was out, I wouldn't be sleeping soundly at all.
That also is not creepy at all.
In a few hours, the sun will rise.
Thanks, Tristan. I appreciate you, buddy.
What
Anyways,
the fuck does that even mean?
That's like the real, actual dialogue flashing across
Yeah,
the screen
No,
there.
it is.
I know. I
Actually,
just
love
love that it says that.
There are
Um,
a few dub lines that are in there that are like, what were they thinking? I love it. It's so stupid.
On today's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, Tristan will be voiced by Barney the Dinosaur.
What was I going to say though?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Something
has some.
yeah. That's what happens when you're, just really tired. Plus, if you can, you can. I've got pals who don't sleep. Get out of here, you stinking fly. Anyways, there's apparently a fly in the ice cave. Sorry.
Oh, hey! Terran Alien! It's good to see you. I know you got stuff to do, but yeah, good to see you. Hopefully
Thanks for the
you
hello.
can catch another one soon. Glad you popped in. Hello. Yeah, he says, yeah, I guess that would still happen if you were really tired. It's just, I thought it was harder to sleep if you killed someone.
I don't want to say I don't count a hag as someone. That sounds really
Yeah.
rude. But when dispatching people who are also trying to kill you, it's a lot easier than you might think.
Oh, I guess I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah, it's the difference between like survival and murder.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so, but do you... So you didn't come out to hunt her?
Not explicitly, but
Wait,
I
what
will
do you
say-
mean not explicitly?
we didn't. We came out here to go see the cradle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
And then we
This
heard
is
it.
all one giant side quest.
Yeah.
Um,
And then we,
You've come out here specifically to kill
Yeah,
this
here
guy.
specifically,
Yeah.
that's why.
It was hella premeditated.
I think that's her point, not... Yeah. I understand what Eli's angle he's taking. but
hmm
yeah.
hmm
Anyways,
Yeah.
well, that's true. Someone who preys upon people who are weaker than them and actively goes out of their way to, I don't know, eat people or
Do
whatever.
evil things.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to not feel so beaten up about it. Plus, when you've got, I don't know how many times this has happened now. When you've got a lot of time in this business, strangely enough, it gets easier. Probably shouldn't, but it does.
Well, Sam did try to give her a potential way to not having to kill her.
Oh yeah,
So
Sim tried
we
to get
do-
run out.
It's always
We do
it's
still-
always good to try.
We do still feel things for killing other creatures. It's just we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. You can get used to anything, right?
It's one of the amazing things about.
About Demi, we can adapt to anything.
I
I
was
hate
going to
this
say
coldness, though.
sentient beings, is we can find ways to adapt quickly.
Yeah, Demi.
All right, because
You're half Demi.
You are half Demi.
Shifty
but-
eyes. I just look at short dude. But yeah. Not even like
You're not even
exceptionally
that
short. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Just like regular short, yeah. But he seems to understand that. And then he follows that up seamlessly with, "Can I have that other book now?"
Wasn't that something I was going to try and do? Was to read through that book to see if there's anything
Sorry.
hidden
Yeah, I was also going to do that.
you were going to do. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. I'm going to take a look at it first, if you don't mind. Take a look-see-loo, and then afterwards, probably. We'll see.
But as you're trying to look for something hidden. Was that the sentiment?
Yeah, I'm going to cast Read
I've already
Magic
told
on
you
it.
guys what's in it.
Yeah, I'm going to cast
Yeah,
Read
it's
Magic,
kind
though,
of-
and see if I can see any kind of like hidden inks, any weird, potentially alternate uses for it.
All right.
I'm
so with
pooping for good habits.
Read Magic, you don't see any like runes or magical text or anything like that. When you flip through it, it doesn't nothing pops out at you.
I don't like the way I say with read magic.
Well, you remember that sometimes there could be codes and stuff in there, but you needed to hire, what was it, linguistics or...
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
wrong
to try
character
to-
for that.
You got to try to
Yeah.
decipher codes as linguistics,
Wrong
encryption, that kind
character
of
for
stuff.
that.
Did
to
you
detect
look at-
magical auras, detect magic? There's different tools for different things.
I'm pretty sure I detect magic the book already, though, and it was a mundane book.
Yeah, I thought you.
Correct.
Did you? Okay. I guess it's fine to go.
I do believe that was the first thing I tried. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
all right, well,
Well, sorry. Yeah, as you're examining it, he says, "Oh, it's it talks about some curses and some folklore, and there's songs in it, and another stuff like that. I figure it's useful to know."
well, I
Can I do,
like
like,
finished flipping through it. Oh, go ahead.
Can I do a sense motive to see if he's something looking up? Sense motive? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it'd be sense
Yeah.
motive.
I'm not even trained yet, but
Yeah.
I mean, at least you have wisdom to help you.
yeah. Oh, a total of 20.
Oh, and he's got alertness. That helps too. A 20. That's enough to actually get you a hunch. But yeah, so it seems like he's being genuine. You get the sense off of him that you can tell he's kind of frustrated. It's not the word. He's a bit confused as to why you guys are so guarded about it. Like, it seems very normal to him.
Okay.
After I flip through it, I'm going to say, well, knowledge is power after all. It's quite important. So, knock yourself out. I just kind of flip the book to him.
He
He doesn't
catches
mean-
it.
Yeah, hit yourself with that. He means,
It's turn of phrase.
yeah. When I was learning Ulu, I thought it was an insult. I was asking, "Hey, do y'all want me to take care of the horse?" They said, "Knock yourself out." And I was like, "That would hurt if the horse knocked me out."
No, oh yeah, it's a turn of phrase. There's another word for that. Have you guys read this?
That book, I mean, I flipped through it.
Oh, it seems like you don't like it very much.
It's got a little bit of what's the word that's a nice way to say it? Super
Darkness?
sketchy things in there. Yeah.
He looks at you, Lobby. He says, "Lamia, are you sure?" You
Hey,
told
if
me-
they gave it to you, no big deal, right?
Well, you said it could kill me.
Well, yeah, people could want to kill you because you have the knowledge.
Yeah.
But, having the knowledge and maybe not sharing it?
Yeah.
What,
Not
Molly's
not everybody knows about
advocating
curses and
dishonesty?
such.
What alternate time I ever stepped into?
Wait, what?
Anyways, I said one of your characters advocating dishonesty. What kind of alternate timeline have we stepped into?
Lamia is not is not an honest character.
I'm just saying.
She just doesn't have any bluff skill.
Well, that's the same thing as being bad at lying is the same thing as being honest. Anyways, I will say that in character. Sorry.
He just kind of tilts his head at that. Yeah, I guess that's kind of right. Kind of.
I'm making kind of a gruel out of trail rations and water. Something that's hot, so we can all warm.
So you guys are still wanting to leave?
Well,
Yeah, as soon as the storm lets up a bit.
Yeah.
got places to be. And
Sure?
people to talk to, and... What do you mean, am I sure?
I mean, this place is pretty cozy. And there's wildlife around, and it's not always stormy outside.
Yeah, you're gonna have people though.
But you're all people, and I'm people.
Right, but
Yeah, but we don't live here.
right. And we're in the middle of doing a thing, like a big important job for a friend of ours. We can't just stop and like live here.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Are
What
are
if
you
you go
implying
and
that
do
you
that?
wanted to live here?
I mean, I could. It's safe, mostly.
I mean,
Easily
it
defensible.
could interest you in a nice cabin in the woods you could live at. Totally nothing's bad about. Nothing bad has ever happened there.
That's your house, though.
I
I know.
roll my eyes at him.
And he looks capable of feeding chickens.
And hopefully not feeding axe beaks.
Yeah.
Like with-
Well,
like
I'll tell
with
that
feed?
experience. I think I have a deal.
Like with seeds or something?
Yeah, oats, usually leftovers.
I guess maybe. I don't know. It's just... I don't know much about that stuff out there. This has got a lot of rock between me and all the other scary stuff. That area is warm, and there's no hag. So
But I mean, do you know how to maintain that cauldron thing?
yeah, I've watched it 100
You
times. Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm sure there's like materials that you need to do that with. Are those readily available to you?
Yeah, he like looks just up above it on kind of like a mantle. You see a bunch of the little jars and things like that you guys haven't fucked with. He says, some of them are in the leftmost container. There's a kind of wood ash from some of the winter fern that grow outside in the snow. You have to feed some of them on animal blood, and then when you burn them, the ashes can be used as a catalyst, as a magical catalyst. And then in the next jar, there's sap. And he just starts like going down this list of different components in each of them, and just meticulously describing these steps on how to maintain this.
I start writing some of this down.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's in those jars. How long do you think that would last you? A couple months?
Maybe a couple of months, but by then I could make some warm clothing, and I could go out and tend to the ferns. And I mean, I guess I'd be really worried about predators getting inside, but
Yeah.
I think the wards for them are still up, except for some of them.
I'm just saying it'd probably be best if you go back to some people that community of some kind, and you help them out and they help you out, right?
Maybe.
That way you don't have to worry about predators and such.
And these books won't add more words to them. You'll just be reading the same thing over and over and over again. There are way better books out there.
You can write new ones, or find new ones, or like I don't know, but you're talking about going back to the vet, right?
I mean, that's an
Yeah.
option, but I know we're going to take one person back to our starting group.
Yeah, we're going back to the actual, like, Sicilia, like, country with lots of folk in it and not as cold.
Rains a
Remember
lot.
that stuff. Well.
That's what I was going to say.
But like,
I don't remember that stuff very well.
Mm.
I mean, don't you?
Which, by the way,
want-
he is speaking Ulu, which before he could not.
Mm-hmm.
Or he would not.
Yeah, look, my sus meter's still like near the top. I'm like, I don't want to hogtie this kid and like get some questions out of him. You know, like your answers.
Oh, yes.
But like the next time he speaks, the only one who understands him is Eli, because it lapses into Tertian.
Okay.
Very accented Tertian. But then he says, so like the other two of you are just like kind of, I imagine, sort of taken aback for a second of like, oh, what the hell? What is he saying? And Eli, for you, there's almost no change. It sounds like he switched languages. It's like, why would he do that? But he says, well, I don't know if you noticed that the Ved aren't, I mean, they're predators too. They're not kind to us. And I don't remember much about your cities or what. Noticing the lost look on the other two of your faces.
Yeah.
Did I say something
Or-
weird?
I kind of look
Hey,
at them.
you switched into something else.
Oh, you were speaking to Shin again.
Oh. I didn't know I stopped. I thought they did a spell or something so they'd understand me.
I can't. Oh, wait, never
Alright.
mind.
Is he speaking Tertian?
Still Tertian.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
okay.
was just
Yeah,
saying, no skills we cast.
Oh,
No
I mean, I've heard that before.
comprehending,
I'm not really sure
nothing.
what that is.
I'm sorry.
So I'm not entirely sure.
Sorry.
Oh, it's not your fault. Languages are hard.
He switches back to Ulu. It says, speak some little Ulu?
Oh, okay, that one I know.
Well, you were doing quite
I mean, you-
well earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know. Back to Tertian. I didn't think I switched languages. I was just talking.
Oh, that's interesting. Well,
Well, we gotta
Just-
dissect them and figure out what's going on. No.
What?
I was gonna
He
say,
can
we'll just
understand Ulu,
keep
Sam.
chatting. He might not know what the word dissect is, though. Anyways,
So-
we'll just keep chatting and see if you switch back.
Actually,
that was a character.
Eli, you can give me
So-
you can give me either a local or an Arcana check.
Ooh, I will go with Arcana. It's much higher. Still a piss poor roll.
That is actually the DC. It's
Hey.
not a very high DC.
Cool.
Good. 'Cause I rolled a
Um,
3.
It kind of dawns on you that you think you know what might be going on with this kid.
Mhm.
You think he has latent sorceress ability.
Ah, okay. It's kind
I've
of
heard of that kind of thing happening where because they're like not practicing, he's probably not practicing magic, there's no
Yeah.
outlet for the arcane energy in him, so sometimes it builds up and you get these spontaneous spell effects that will last a little bit. Things like
Mhm.
anything from, in this case, maybe comprehend language to something way more powerful than he's likely to do on purpose, like tongues, could actually happen just over months of it building up. And now, like, the excitement of you guys showing up with a freaking hag's head and all this new stuff happening. Yeah, that might have been the outlet of him just really wanting to communicate.
I will explain this not only to my two party members, but to Dave as well. I know what's going on.
Well, that's pretty cool.
You understand that kind of thing way better, right?
I mean, it happened
Eli?
to me. I didn't quite have it in the same way he did. I spontaneously manifested a friend. I kind of like looked at my shadow, and did some other weird
there-
things.
any way to like help him
Time
get
and
an
practice.
idea of what it is?
Time and practice.
Hmm.
It manifests naturally. It's like any natural skill, right? You
So
build
this
it
is something
more of
like
a time and
hereditary.
practice. Probably. Usually,
Yeah.
sorcerer's powers tend to be hereditary. Sometimes they can be engineered, I suppose, but that's very rare.
Oh,
Right?
but
So
the
I wouldn't
hag
know.
here seems to like to engineer things.
Yeah, but it's far more likely that she kidnaps children with sorcerer's potential to use them for whatever she's using them for than to engineer a sorcerer's ability inside of someone. That's a lot harder to do,
Or
but it could do.
Maybe that's why she didn't eat me or turn me into something.
It is also true. That's why I. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, that's why. Why I have a lot of.
you. No.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's why
That's
I
the
have
different
ramen at
character.
You is what I was gonna say.
Oh,
No, that's not what I was gonna say at all. But that's why a lot of people in our position have been given special privilege, essentially. In this case, your special privilege is living. But been given special privilege by people in charge of them in their lives. I've been through a similar thing myself as a youth. Eli says as a youth, like he's not 20 fucking two.
You
Ah, yes,
Right.
when I was a young, strapping lad.
that's
What was
right.
it?
I forget.
4
Sam
years
is
ago.
older than us.
Yes.
Sam's a
Well,
whole,
it, just
what,
like we were
25?
talking about yesterday when we realized all our characters are in their 20s or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we're playing children. I forgot.
Right?
I think Pandora's the oldest one in that one.
Yes. I think it was by a pretty decent margin, too.
All right.
One of these days I'll play an old man.
Yes.
Anyway, so
You continue
I
chipping away.
guess, yeah, I'm still chipping away.
So, I will. Ooh, jeez, burp. Sorry.
Excuse me.
I will investigate our pal Dave a little bit just by like doing kind of like detect magic, which for good habits. Just kind of looking at him, doing a bunch of different things, just like checking kind of what's going on with like when he talks and when certain things happen, and maybe just like watching a little more closely to see if I can catch kind of when it's happening or what it's going or kind of how he's manifesting.
I mean, couldn't you like show him if you're explaining what you're doing? Didn't you show him like I can't do those things, but the really easy magics, like the one that you use to like clean yourself off and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can, but right now I'm trying to figure out how his magic works because trying to teach, someone how to do something they can't do isn't helpful. You know what I mean?
I mean, it would just be a good way to see if he's capable of doing that. I just thought it was an idea.
I mean, it's a good idea, but right now I want to figure out where he's at before I try and hand him something.
Oh, Dave,
Yeah.
did not you, Dave, Eli. I'm saying Dave as in the
Yes,
NPC.
the child.
In character, Dave.
Yeah. Did the hag happen to write any journals or anything?
Not that I saw. I mean, maybe she did, but sometimes she'd put that cloth over my cage so I couldn't watch.
Good. Anyways,
Because that
Sometimes she'd
might have
call
been
me
able
that.
to give an idea.
Good question. Yeah, Dave's name. Dave.
No, but so Eli, you see when you do detect magic, you see what appears to be a lingering, like a dissipating aura of magic coming off him as if a spell effect ended recently.
okay.
That seems to fade, a bit too wispy, a bit too faint to get a school off of it, but you would imagine divination of some kind, dealing with language.
Makes sense.
But yeah, you see that fade, and then you don't really see anything else on him.
Okay. Well-
Not magic-wise, just like using that.
I'm just gonna hold it for the
Wow.
duration while we're talking, and I'm just gonna keep the conversation going. I'm just gonna be more vigilant to what's going on.
Okay. So as you're kind of talking to him and just trying to see if anything pops or sparks, he seems to have a moment where he kind of realize, like there's like a dawning on him moment. He says,
Mhm.
You killed the little one, right? The tiny
Little one.
tiny version?
What?
Of
Is this an Ulu? Or...
the still the Tertian, he doesn't have a yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, little
Sorry.
one what?
Of Geralda. The hag.
There's a little one?
Mm-hmm. A smaller one with a stinger, like a scorpion tail.
Where?
I don't know. She doesn't always show herself, but sometimes she would pop up to taunt me. But I hadn't seen her in a while.
No? Can't say I killed the little stinger scorpion thing.
Oh no. Okay. Well, it's probably around somewhere. I imagine it's hungry. She had to feed it with her blood. She tried to feed it with mine too, but I don't think it worked as well.
Okay. Good to know. I will quickly spread this information to the folks.
Necklace. Is it doing anything?
The necklace is not doing anything.
Oh, look.
Well, it seems
It's
like
doing what it was before, she's pointing down.
Yeah. Pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Elf.
big was the little one?
Kind of about the size of like does like hand motions. It seems like it'd be a tiny creature,
Okay.
size wise.
Look, if we're talking about like a small scorpion, like small size scorpion, that's big for a scorpion. All right.
yes, that is.
But yeah.
No, it kind of looks like her, but but like smaller, and there's like a stinger and little wings. A homunculus. It was a homunculus. That's what it's called.
Right.
Sam, are you gonna keep an eye out for that?
I'm gonna go look for an empty jar. So if I can catch it, I can can it, and I'm sure that's worth something.
It'd be a pretty big jar, big enough to catch like a cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A cat-sized scorpion is still real bad. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, the cat-sized scorpion is quite bad.
Yeah, tiny is basically house cat sized.
Okay.
Technically Harley would also be tiny sized.
I
It's the
don't
same
believe
range. Same range.
he has extra dimensional space inside him.
No, he might be small. He might be small.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
He's
But
small.
yeah, you're gonna keep an eye out, Sam. Let's get this stuff shipped. Get that Lady Thawed, and get the hell out of here when the storm passes.
Thawed would be freezing.
You know,
What?
actually, hold on.
Thawing is unfreezing,
but
de-thawed has been it's
there's actually a video about this though, because enough
Mhm.
people say de-thawed, it has now actually become a
Mhm.
term that means to thaw,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
funny. There's a whole thing about that because language is weird. But
Just
anyway,
like
so-
irregardless, even though I hate it.
yes.
So
Yeah.
positivity
But he-
has been redeemed on
Yeah,
you
he said
again.
not
Yes,
to break
but it
RP,
says don't
just
break
do it
RP.
when you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you gotta read the whole thing. See, you broke RP. You
No.
fucked it all up, Molly. We're going to break
Yeah,
now.
you're
I'm
welcome.
kidding. So, so yeah, you're trying to thaw her out. And,
Yeah, I rotate now.
kinda
Do I
flip
see
her over.
scorpion tracks anywhere, or like I don't know?
You can look with either survival or perception.
Yeah. Look, I'm better at tracking now, so also you said survival or perception?
Or perception. Yep, your choice.
Well, let me look at my track real quick. Our feature. Survival checks me to follow tracks. I guess this is not looking for tracks.
I count it.
So it would be adds half his level minimum 1 to survival checks made to follow tracks.
So half your level will be 4.
4.
Yep. Just trying to find. Here it is.
Yeah, so it's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be higher if I do survival.
Okay. Go for survival.
Survival.
Is that with everything added?
Yes,
Um.
and you can see that now. My second favorite terrain is plains,
Yes.
not the.
All right.
The other one.
Yeah, you have a second favorite
Yeah, I did.
terrain. Cool. Double just check.
I get to up one of my favorite terrains by 2 as well.
There she is. This is not snow. Okay, so you don't find scorpion tracks, but you do find something that does stand out a lot. They seem to be tiny human-ish footprints, like demi-ish footprints. A few of them kind of over in like the corner, where there's like a little bit of dirt and such kind of that has been like swept over there. So where all like the dust and debris has been kind of swept to in each of the corners. You see like, yeah, these little tiny footprints that seem to just wander around over there. And then there's these like spots where it's kind of pushed way out, like something like blew it outwards. Doesn't really fit, obviously, any of you. They don't look like animal footprints, they look like feet.
So, like size 1s.
Sure, probably smaller. But so,
oh gosh.
But yeah, they don't like. It doesn't make sense for anyone here to have them. Even Dave, who's somewhat like, you know, like I said, I think I described him as about maybe 13, 14, and nourished, but he's not a big person. So even him, they wouldn't fit.
Well, I've definitely found some tiny footprints. I guess they just have a scorpion tail. They're not a scorpion, I guess. I guess I'm missing.
Yeah. They have a stinger. Like a scorpion tail with a stinger.
All right.
Oh, you found tracks?
Yeah, over here in this corner. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I guess it's just a little person with wings and a scorpion tail.
Mm-hmm.
It's not at all what I was looking for.
That's what he described.
I know, but the scorpion tail threw me through a loop, and I was like, "Oh, fucking scorpion with wings? That's terrifying."
It would be just by itself, yeah.
What in the Fallout is this? Now,
What the fallout is this?
Does the tracks look recent or?
You would assume that they're fairly recent.
Fairly. I'm gonna start like, I forget if there's like boxes and stuff in this room. I'm gonna start like looking around, I guess.
Start like pushing stuff around, trying to look. You see,
I'll equip the spike gauntlets or the bear gauntlets.
Okay. You don't really see any other evidence of this creature, but you can, like, not just by moving boxes, but if you're gonna take like a bunch of time and actually see if you can find it again or something like that, then go ahead and give me a perception.
Oop, that's this one. Perception.
Yeah.
Perception in the ice cave.
Oh God!
That's
Nice.
what's funny. But if it's in here, it could have just flown away. as
It's
well.
probably found.
So 36 total. Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, you look around for a while and you find like a few other tracks that seem to be up higher, like on top of. You like climb on something and look on top of the hell did I call it? Mantle. You see that there's not really much dust, but there is a bit of like soot and like some like just excess like frost and snow and other things that aren't like quite melted all the way by the heat, where you can see that they've been disturbed. You can see like some marks where some of the canisters have been like kind of shoved or moved or jostled aside. You just find like evidence kind of up high on a lot of things of like things having been moved around or like you just find a few other of the footprints and things up there. You don't find the creature, you can just see evidence that it's been up here recently.
It's still in this area.
You might be able to lure it out with the hag's head.
And like I said, tree? Like, do I need to go get a box and a stick and put the hag's head in it and just like?
It's
I mean, it was an idea.
I mean, I do have a small animal trap.
Food is her blood, so. Oh, I also have a chicken cage.
Yeah, we can.
Bird.
Guess we can keep the homunculus in theory. Yeah, I do have a small, medium animal trap. I don't know how. Yeah.
So it'd be too small for this.
Hmm.
Like you could use it, it would just be able to escape, right?
Yeah. Well, at least we might be able to hear it, like set it off or something. Like I'm assuming it's like a bear trap. You know, I don't actually know what it looks like. Could be a snare. It could be whatever.
Positivity, I am accommodating to my players within reason, but very accommodating.
I can agree to that.
Good job.
Let's see. Man, I guess I might as well try and set up this trap as something because I can't find it at the moment, but it could still be in here somewhere. I don't know if a humunca, whatever you called it.
He's telling you, obviously, Eli. Homunculus. You know what those are, right?
Humongulus.
His pronunciation just sucks. Don't worry about it. Do I know what a homunculus is in character? I obviously know what a homunculus is, but does Eli?
Well, you can give me. There's 2 checks you can make for this: either knowledge engineering, strangely enough, or Arcana. Arcana's higher.
Well,
higher
Arcana is the only one of those I'm trained in. So here goes nothing. Hey, that's the second best possible
nice.
roll I could have made.
That's very good. Yeah, you definitely know what they are. These are little humanoid creatures, about the size of a cat. They look kind of like toothy little winged devilly things that resemble whoever's blood that is used to animate them. They are technically constructs, tiny sized, obviously, and they have to be essentially sculpted and fed with the blood of whoever's going to be their master, which tends to help shape not only their personality but their visage as well. That's what I'll give you for free. That's a really good roll. You can ask me 2 other questions about them. Sorry, 3 other questions about them.
Do they understand language? I guess is a good one. I assume that's a yes, but are they capable of speech? And it's something I would want to know.
So I also just want to know because obviously they feed on their master's blood. So if they don't, what's their lifespan without it?
How do they survive if their master's dead?
Yes.
They can continue to feed on the blood of others. They weaken if they don't drink the blood of a spellcaster. But they won't die unless they just stop eating. They don't die just because their master dies.
Okay.
That's one.
I guess.
If you got better ones, then are they capable of speech and whatnot? Yeah, go for it.
What do they do? Why
do they do?
Why would a hag or somebody like a hag, I guess, create one specifically? Do you have a why?
They create them typically as either assistants, as scouts and spies. Sometimes just as company they can generally trust because they have control over them. They sometimes use them as repositories for not necessarily spells, but specific knowledge and other things that they can just have reminded to them at later times. That sometimes will teach them different things. They have a number of uses as they're not like geniuses or anything, but they are sentient level intelligence.
Okay.
But because
so I
they
feel
are
like that
constructs,
answers.
They don't just starve. I guess that other part of that thing is they'll weaken, but they won't just starve out because they technically don't have to eat or breed.
I feel like the intelligence question answers the capable of speak. I mean, they may not be able to talk, but they can definitely understand speech.
They're
We know
sentient.
that. Yeah. I get one more question, right?
Yes, indeed. Oh,
What's the easiest
agree.
way to get rid of one? Besides just simply smashing it, obviously. Like, what's the preferred methodology?
double checking a thing real quick.
Oh, for Pete's sake. There it goes. The seal on my tea didn't want to open.
I had some milk tea for the first time today. I quite liked it.
Some what tea? Sorry, you were cutting out for a
Milk
second. for me.
tea.
Milk tea. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay, combined with your earlier question, I can answer this part. But there is something that does happen to them if you kill their master. They don't die; they actually go insane.
Oh,
Fun. Fun facts.
So they tend to no longer be intelligent after their master dies, unless they were willingly freed.
Mhm.
Which, unless this happened before this hag attacked you, there was no chance for that. And they tend to just claim whatever area as their own and mindlessly attack whatever thing intrudes upon that lair. And you've seen evidence of this thing walking around in here, and you haven't been attacked. So either it's not insane or it's not here at the moment.
Okay. Well,
But as far as getting rid of it goes, like destroying one, conventional means.
Sorry, I'm thinking of this would be another question. I'll pose this to Eli because those are the things he gave me. So the master's dead. It goes crazy, but it has to drink the blood of its master. And the hag tried to substitute some of Dave's blood over there. Could it also be like kind of synced up with him? Do you think?
very possible. But, it also could just not be here.
It's true. It left. How was up recent? It didn't attack us while we were sleeping either, which would make sense if it was. Or if it
Right.
has any kind of self-preservation instinct, it's probably waiting until we leave.
Or it's somewhere that it can't get to us. Like somehow it's sealed away in some kind of container or...
It accidentally fell in something that it can't get out of.
Yeah.
Oh, another mysterious Mishani trap.
Well, I'm more meant to just fill in a box and it's not strong enough to open the box.
I didn't set the person on it. I'll look underneath the burrito person.
If I was a bad person, I'd be like, hey, Dave, you want to see a mirror? Anyways, but I'm not a bad person.
I mean,
I was
mostly.
actually thinking that for the frozen person, and just stop thawing them.
Oh, no.
Wow.
They gotta be alive.
That was me
for the mirror
earlier
to
today.
work.
yeah.
I don't think it works if they're not like awake.
I'm still pretty messed up. Do I still have some wounds that are bleedy at all? I guess is a way to point it.
I mean, you wouldn't have been just bleeding overnight. I imagine all your
Okay.
wounds are dressed.
Yeah.
Like you could undress one and like fucking reopen it. Take 1 point of.
Well, I guess I could just prick my finger and get some blood that way as well. It's not like it's sexually harmed. It won't actually do damage. I'm gonna go ahead and set up that small medium trap and put like a little thimble of blood or whatever I can find that's a small deal to hold some of my blood. So I'm a spellcaster. It's a little different, but
Well, yes.
Yeah, as much as I don't like this, you should use my blood though. We're setting up a trap, and it wants the blood of spellcasters. I've got significantly more magic
I
running
want
in my
it.
blood. No, I just mean, listen, you're a divine spellcaster. You're gifted your spells from Mishra Gaia, right?
Yeah.
Mine's literally in my blood.
All right.
It's true.
Give me your foot.
Just get the
He
back of my
has
hand.
to walk on his foot.
Yeah, I don't want you to prick my fingers either because I use those. But use like my arm or the back of my hand or something. Jeez.
Okay, the butt. No.
I said my arm. I have to sit on that, you know?
No, they like the butt blood. Anyway.
Earlobe or nothing.
So you,
No.
so you get a thimble of blood, put it in
Yeah.
this trap, and then just kind of leave it over there.
The earlobe will fight back, so no.
Biting. The bitey lobe.
Okay, so she may or may not come here and prepare to fight her if she does. Got it.
So, probably not going to be like a fight. I mean, it's not going to be like, you know, killing a chicken, but it's still not going to be like fighting a hag, hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's a little tiny construct. We're not like uber powerful or anything or assistance.
I'll start dishing out some nice hot gruel that I've made. Just mostly water with oats and bits of dried meat in it, probably. I'm assuming like I took a granola bar, threw it in there, and a piece of beef jerky, and I threw it in there.
Right.
This
there we go.
tastes
Mashed it
like
up.
rubbish, not to be rude, but it's warm, so that's
Yeah, it's
good
hot.
enough. Yeah.
Hot is the idea here.
Yeah. Your eating temperature is really
Yep.
what's happening here.
Yep.
Get
Sam,
like
did
a
you
cut.
pray for the food dream spell?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Actually, I think I do.
The food dream spell?
The food dream. Actually, I think I have. No, I do have Dream Feast all prepared. Yeah, yeah, I got
Okay.
that.
Could you cast it on me
I-
tonight so I don't
sure.
eat today?
I mean, you still need to eat today.
Yeah.
No, I can wait until tonight.
No, there's meat in this.
I don't
No,
know if
that
everything else would
doesn't
be fine with me.
count.
You can eat it, it just won't it just won't help you. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we are eating temperature, so
It is warm.
it
It will
tastes
warm you up.
like gross to me too. So
Yeah, it will
Look,
still
I
warm
thought
you
about
up,
looking for
just won't feel
spices, but I don't want to use the hag spices.
Listen, the tastiest thing the thing that smells the best is probably not very good because
Talking about the hag's head I have buried over there in the snow.
No, I'm
No.
talking about those she'll point to the like jars,
good.
like whatever's in those. That
It's
smells
soup.
so good.
It's stew. It's stew.
Right.
I said it was stew.
yep.
I don't.
Yeah,
believe you.
that's exactly
No,
just what it
it's
is.
stew.
Nothing
Look
It's
at
just
more
we don't know
sinister.
what's in the stew. It's
Yeah.
definitely stew.
You guys can all have some. There's enough for everyone.
Don't think I want it. I appreciate the offer.
But thank you
Yeah.
for your hard work, Sam. I'll take tonight's Dreamfest.
What's the worst it could be? People? Oh no.
Yes. In fact,
Yes.
that is probably the
Actually,
worst it
if-
could be.
Yeah,
Luxifix would be like, fucking
Oh.
finally.
Yes, yes, yes.
Next time eat it raw.
Anyway,
There's one right
have I
there.
gotten anywhere with the chipping?
You're working on it. It's just that you guys have been chit chatting and stuff. So
Yeah, that's okay.
and it's just buried in ice. It takes a while. The
Yeah.
Thinking of the
30
raw
seconds
stew.
of sun metal helped for sure,
Mhm.
but it was 30 seconds. So
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're kind of just passing time at this point, we know what Lami is doing. Sam, are you doing anything particular? Or just keeping tabs on the burrito and hanging out?
Burrito and listening for that trap to go off. I guess, can I cast Sun Metal as many times as I can
Sure.
to see how that progresses? Just like, is it like, because I might not recover
Till
it
you
this
run
time,
out?
but
Yeah.
yeah, just to give us a bonus. Okay, yeah, good. It was
That was quick.
Yeah. Hey, it was worth an ask.
That was
fine.
If I got like
Right,
4
yeah.
in a row, it'd have been great. But
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, you get another. You've done a minute
Another
total.
30
then.
seconds. Yeah. Good job, Sam.
Yeah. Sorry, I started thinking about the Dream Feast, and I think that's why.
Progress
do
is
that one.
progress. 9.
Okay, so you guys go. You guys start passing some time. Sorry, Eli. Was there anything else you were doing?
I am going to be chatting with Dave and trying to figure out stuff about his innate magic ability. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So what you'll be able to figure out from him, which we won't necessarily RP through, I'll just kind of give you a gist here. You can tell he is clueless about that. It really seems more like this is something that Hag kept from him. Like, didn't really want to tell him too much about his nature, that kind of thing. But he has been experimented on lots of times with usually centering around his blood. For just like taking, large amounts of it to the point where he would pass out and be very sluggish for days.
Right.
And him not knowing what was being done with it. That sort of thing. Trying to feed it, of course, to the homunculus a few times, and it just not seeming to take, or at least that she stopped after a while. But even though she did teach him some languages and other stuff, let him read, and he says that she would tell him stories sometimes, and that, like, even though she was really, really cruel and strict and obviously awful, there were times when it seemed like she was just a person that was kind of looking out for him. And that it was clear that she knew a lot. He says he wishes that he remembered some of the stories she told him, but a lot of times it would be when he was very delirious, either sick from having too much blood drawn and his immune system being compromised, or just very tired from, lack of blood, whatever.
Right.
So he doesn't remember a lot of the details, but he kind of remembers bits and pieces. He says that he remembers her telling him a story about how the moon was formed, and that she told him some kind of story about a man that once stole the moon from the sky, and yet another about how once the land, like this, all of these lands and things were sundered and separated.
You're breaking up all of a sudden on me, for me. Sorry. You were good a second ago, and then partway through that, after the stole the moon from the sky bit, is where I lost you.
It got a little rough here. Choppy.
By the Galung? The Galung.
Yeah, the Galung.
A gallon, yep.
Yeah. Specific.
Is it fixed now?
1 gallon.
No, okay.
Actually, I mean, I don't. Dave, is able to keep up with you way easier than at least I was, because you were breaking up way earlier than what he said to me.
Yeah.
But breaking up to where I couldn't hear him anymore is what I meant. But yes, he was breaking up earlier.
I was getting the gist of it.
Yep, same. All right.
What about now?
Yep, sound great.
Yes.
Okay. So, fucking hell. Yeah. Another about a person who stole the moon from the sky once.
Right.
And then another story about how the once sundered and separated land of Hayethe was joined together. He expresses like some very extreme disappointment that he doesn't remember these stories because he's not sure if anyone else knows them. Yeah.
When he says the moon from the sky thing, I'm gonna be like, "What, Shaluvi?" Because I obviously remember those stories from me being a kid and him being in love with the moon. But
yeah, I think so. I think that was the name.
Interesting.
But I didn't get to read that. I remember her telling me a story. She said it was one that nobody had written. So hopefully it didn't die with her.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we met someone calling themselves Shaluvi, so maybe he'll share that story with us.
Oh, that would be awesome. Seems kind of excited. There's a little.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a bit of a derail on that for a moment.
Yep.
Well, he's like, "You met a storybook character?"
I was about as excited as you were when he said what his name was.
So I imagine there's a bit of a derail there, but what you pretty much pick up is, this guy has. You definitely get the sense that he has latent sorceress ability that is probably due to awaken. Like, he might even be a bit of a late bloomer, or even just stunted. And you also know that, like, bad things tend to happen when people just have uncontrolled sorceress power that they just never learn about. It usually doesn't go well for them.
Yeah.
That it tends to grow and start having unintended consequences, or they begin to channel it in ways that they shouldn't, or what's a better way to put this is because you know about your own lineage in a way, you know how sorcerers work, especially with your heritage. You know, they all have a base source, like an origin point. Some comes from the Adakir, some comes from things like giants, some comes from just arcane power itself. It can come from all these different sources. Whereas normally, a person who learns to control these powers, it is what it is. They begin to be able to channel it into specific effects, and it has some changes to them, but these are all things that are within their will. When you don't learn to control it, it has the opposite effect. The person becomes more like the nature of their power. Someone who, for example, has the power of shadows coming from a plane of loss would become cold and despondent and, that kind of thing. Like, you become more like the nature of your power internally because you aren't in control. It is.
Right.
Which can get bad. You can imagine some of the creatures that this comes from are not pleasant, and a person becoming more like them can get pretty destructive.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely has the talent. You just he has no training.
Have I heard of the Iron Tower in Gyeongsang? It's in Gyeongsang, right?
Just give me history. Do you have history?
No, I've got local, Arcana, Planes of Religion. So nope. And Benjamin.
So we can do a local. It's a much higher DC because it's not your culture.
Yeah. I'm still gonna throw it out there, see what sticks.
Yeah, you've heard that there's some place in Gyeongsang where, as far as you know, because based on what your culture and everything, there's a place there where there's like technically rogue mages and heretical practitioners train. As far as you know, it's probably a pretty dangerous place, called the Iron Tower. Somewhere in Gyeongsang. Like, if he can't get to the Caliphate or to someone who can properly train him somewhere where the Arcana Chords are actually in effect, that may be the best place for him.
I know about the academy is it in Vunjia?
There is an academy in Vunjia, but the Excellent are all in Biencia.
Yeah, okay, that's right. I was gonna say, I remember there being. I'm trying to think of places that are closer to where we are than the Caliphate because we're on the other side of Hayethe.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. So I'll just be basically talking about different places that he could go and learn and potentially get proper tutelage.
Yeah.
In the arcane arts.
He is effectively an NPC class, if you will. He effectively doesn't have a character class. He's not even like a first level sorcerer. But
An adept?
is basically, but not really. That doesn't fit. 8Fs are arcane. Or no, sorry, 8Fs are divine. But you think you could probably give him some pointers? You could probably tell him just like the basics of things that you used to learn that like at this point don't even seem like lessons, but it's just like, well, okay, I kind of remember when I was starting out what I needed to figure out.
Right.
It might be able to help him out if you spend the time doing it. But that's up to you.
We've got nothing else to do at the moment, so we'll work on that a little bit.
Okay. So you start basically, I don't know. Dave, how would you describe it? What do you, I'll let you RP or just narrate this part. How do you see Eli's basics, the basics of being a sorcerer as written by Eli going?
So
I'll be
pretty
right
much,
back. I have to go potty.
So pretty much how it works, at least for me, and how it always works for me, was there's a difference between feeling, knowing, doing, right? There are these three stages. You can feel the power that's inside of you, but getting to where you can recognize what that feeling is, knowing what it is a whole different thing. You have to kind of like go through these stages and kind of manipulate your body. It's like flexing a muscle. It's like learning how to utilize a muscle, but it's not a muscle, it's a part of the spirit, right? You have to learn how to flex that. And when you start to know how to flex that, you can apply it to certain things, and that's when the doing comes into play. So as you feel and you really get the vibe for that muscle, so to speak, then you can apply it to something you know, like here we'll use the most useful spell of all time, which is prestidigitation. Something you know, and then once you know how to do this effectively, once you know the words, once you know the movements, right, then that's when you can do it. So it goes feel, know, do.
Just start walking him through that. Okay. Is that the cantrip you were going to teach him, or do you want to look through and see which thing you're like trying to get him to learn?
Prestidigitation, because it's universal, it is seriously one of the most useful spells of all time. So yes, that's why I picked that one out of the ones I know.
Makes sense? Okay. So you start working on that with him. He seems to be a very attentive student. You actually even get him to come out of the cage after he's kind of getting into the lesson a bit more. Well, the next thing that would happen would be getting into the chest. So, you know, yeah. Why don't we go ahead and go to break a bit early here?
Great. Styles about to be.
Yeah, we'll go to break a bit early here, and we'll come back at what time is it? 8:50. We'll be back at 8:50.
Great.
We're going to break, everybody. We'll be back in 15.
Bye. See you in a second.
Crossbows.
Dude, that would be kind of funny though. Just equip everybody with crossbows.
I'm sure there's. God, it reminds me of Yakuza.
Which song are you talking about?
Song?
Which song are you talking about, Ellie? I'll try to mark it on a sticky note and tell you whenever I edit this video which one it was.
I have a super random question about composite longbows in Pathfinder.
Oh, okay. I was like, yes? Oh, never mind.
No, not in Pathfinder.
What is the
Where's the
question?
piano piece?
Which is, I know you need a strength mod for each plus on the composite longbow, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you still add your dex modifier to your damage, though? It just has the strength requirement, and then you get the plus from the longbow as well, right?
You don't add dex to damage to ranged attacks in Pathfinder.
Okay, that's 5e, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's 5e. That's the addition thing.
Yeah. Okay, but you get the plus from the composite bow is to your to hit,
up
right?
To your strength modifier,
or is it to damage?
It's just to damage. Yeah, it's
just damage. Okay, so up to your strength modifier, or is it up to the level of the bow? Because like a +3 composite, so you get up to +3.
You get up to +3 as long as you have a +3 strength bonus.
Yeah, you have to have +3. If not, you get a -2 to shoot because you're not proficient with it.
Correct.
That I know for a fact, but okay, that's interesting. Now,
Which is why at the moment I have a longbow composite +2. Because one, that's what I could find. Excuse me. Into my strength modifier.
That's fine. That makes sense. I just was looking through some random stuff, and I ran into that because I ran into the orc hornbow, and it counts as a composite bow. And then I was checking the composite stuff because I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And I wasn't even looking for that. I was actually looking for a spell thing. And I don't know how I came across the orc hornbow looking for a spell
regular
thing
missile
for when I was leveling up.
In Hayethe, the orc hornbow is the Ulu recurve.
Yeah.
That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah, that's why guys. That's why when whenever somebody gets hit for 2d6 with bow damage with the Ulu recurve, that's why.
That's also cool. I was just looking for a spell thing when we were doing leveling for this. I was double checking something because I knew I leveled 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to go over my sheet before we started playing and double check. And I don't know how I ended up on the orc hornbow when I was trying to find spell stuff, not in the same place, but whatever. Okay, well that's cool.
Anyway.
Yeah. So you finally crack the ice and are able to get to the chest on the inside. Obviously there's like a little sword sitting over there too that I know you were trying to focus on. But you get the chest out first, of course.
Yes. Lift it up and be like, "Hey, Sam, here you go. Check it out. Try and see if there's any traps on it."
Yeah. Oh, the chest. Okay. Yeah. I throw the chest aside and I grab the sword.
The sword is still needing to be chipped.
Yeah, she's gonna be working on the sword.
I'll pull it
tell
from
you what
stone,
kind of sword it is. What type of sword it is?
I don't think there's a Lady of the Lake throwing swords at you today, but
right. Lady of the Frozen Lake. Did I tell you what type of sword it was yet?
No.
I think it was. Did you say longsword?
I don't remember. Like, I listened to the video today and I don't remember hearing what kind of sword it was.
It is a scimitar.
A scimitar, you say?
Neat.
Yeah, I'll investigate the chest to see if there's any traps.
Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. I do not have thieves' tools, I think.
Doesn't matter for the
That's all right.
part.
Yeah. I have disabled device, and let me check my inventory.
As a 19 plus 16 is 35.
Nice. So yeah, you do see. It looks like there's some kind of thread or something inside the lock hole, like the keyhole part of this lock. It may even be there. May even be more, but you don't have like dark vision or anything to be able to see further into it where there's like no light going on the inside. But there's definitely some kind of like a wire to be tripped if you even if you just inserted a key into it, it would go off. So
it looks like
you definitely hit it.
There's some kind of wire in here rigged. I don't know if probably need to try and disengage that somehow. If you want to try that, or you want me to try that.
I mean, I have disabled. I am trained in disable device. I don't know if you are, but I am. So
you still actually need to see the trap, though.
Yeah, he can show him the trap.
I'll describe it. And be like,
I've got dark vision too, so maybe I can see a little better.
Yeah, it's not magical and it's not so well hidden that he can't show it to him. Okay, so you see it. You're gonna try to disable it.
Yeah, I will. I will give that a whirly go.
Okay. Go ahead and make a disable device check.
Woo! Not 20.
Oh my goodness!
Who are you?
Did you
I rolled
get
a
two?
19, an 18, and a 20 today.
Yeah.
So prepare for the ones. My first roll was a 3 though, so that was on brand.
So the other thing that you can tell when trying to get rid of this trap is this chest is definitely locked. But obviously the trap takes a bit more precedence over the lock right now.
Yeah.
So so you manage to you kind of tug at this a few times and see like, okay, yeah, it seems like as far as you can tell, it's probably designed to ring. It's probably attached to some kind of alarm system inside of this chest. So if you open it, it makes a lot of noise or sprays you with a bunch of ink or something like that. Something is going to come out of it. You're not sure what it is. So eventually, you are able to get it properly disconnected from one end. Find that there's another cord somewhere, kind of a little deeper in there that you actually need to cut. You go through this whole process. It takes just a couple of minutes. Finally, you're certain it's disabled.
All right, I disabled it. I also don't have thieves tools, so we're gonna go with the always classic knock.
Don't have thieves tools. That means you're also taking a -2 to that check.
Well, it's 21. Yeah.
All right. You unfortunately are unable to disable it.
Dang.
Your bare hands and improvised tools.
All right.
But
we can just take
it's
it.
not bad enough
I
that
got
you set it off,
fish
thankfully.
hooks.
It's thankfully not bad enough that you set it off. But
Okay, but real quick, I can understand from this trap that it is probably going to go off if you insert it. What if I just make it open using like knock? Will it probably still go off?
yeah, you're sure it'll still go off. Because like the attempt to disable it, you're able to tell that other cable on the inside is attached to the lid. So when it just opens up, it's still going to pull the whole thing apart.
So
Now you could try to open it from afar and just whatever comes out you're shadow range of.
I'm just gonna explain the gist of what happened to Sam and Lamia here and be like, I don't feel comfortable opening this.
What's the chest made out of?
The chest is wood and metal, wood and steel.
I flip it over, upside down. Does it look like I could try to take it apart from the bottom, or is it cased in something?
I mean, you're not going to be able to. You would have to break into the bottom of it. You're not going to be able to like unscrew the base of it. It's not really how it's put together.
That's what I was just trying to figure out. Like, well, in theory, you could like try to come at it from the rear of the hinge and like try to take the hinges off and open it that way. So that way, if it's not messing with the lock.
Yeah. Only the lid has the hinges. Like the bottom base of it is
I know, but I was thinking of ways to sort that to
like you could, but you'd have to break it open. You don't have any precision tools to just like cut a very clear hole in the base of it.
Well, and we could always take it. How heavy is this chest?
It's pretty hefty. Let's see. Chest by
50
itself.
100.
Double checking. Okay.
17 stones. 37.5 kilos.
Chest. Why can I not see this whole page? There we go. Okay, so yeah, the chest itself is 50 pounds.
Okay.
It weighs a lot more than that because there's stuff in it. So I'm just gonna round up and say probably looking about 80 pounds.
We don't want to be lugging that around.
We also don't know if it's like could have like stuff in it that has extra dimensional space. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So don't want to really throw that in the
It'd be
bag.
weird for it to weigh that much if it was extra dimensional space. But
Well, no, something in it might have extra dimensional space.
It's a medium chest, so it takes up almost a full square.
Yeah, also, I don't think I could fit that inside my bag of holding. It's too large.
Yeah, 4 cubic feet.
It doesn't go in the opening.
Well, I mean, I can go try and open it up if you want.
I mean,
You
if
gonna
we're
do
gonna
it
do that,
outside or
I'll
down
just-
the?
hit it with knock from a distance if we do it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have to stand in front of it. I just think that if we do that, it might destroy whatever's in the chest that we want.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
exactly
true.
what the trigger's going to be. It could splash acid, it could do an alarm, it could explode. Remember the last time when I tried to read something and it blew up in my face? I'd rather not repeat that indoors.
No, I don't. I don't remember you destroying a beautiful house.
There's
The
one
house was still
room.
standing.
It was one room.
And it made it from beautiful to okay. I'm gonna have to
Okay,
have
Sam.
an adjuster come out
his
and
ears
look at
ringing in his sleep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we can drop it down from where we are and Eli can cast knock from the far, or do
wanna
we just want
cast
to leave it
in
alone?
The only way out of this area? That's
I don't know what you mean by drop it down from where you are.
Well, we had to climb up a place to get to here.
You just have to climb down into a place to get to here.
Oh, was it
Unless you're
down? I
talking
thought it was
about-
up.
Oh, was it down?
Just went through the tunnel.
yeah,
Maybe.
tunnel. Yeah, we're not
in
talking
tunnel,
about the
you
hole
did
that
climb up it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not talking about the hole. We're talking
I mean,
Gotcha.
the hole might be the best place to do it. It's a controlled area that's not blocking us from leaving. It's inside, right? That's actually not the worst place to open a thing that could potentially explode.
Yeah, unless it's
But
like
I
a
haven't
noxious
gotten the
cloud or
sword
something.
yet.
Yeah, but maybe the
Hey,
explosion
Mike-
knocks the sword loose.
Yeah, if there is an explosion. Let's go with that.
Yeah,
It'll be
just
fun.
drop it in the hole. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Worst
leave
case
it in the
scenario
hole
is
and
we
you're
all
gonna
die
set
of
it off.
smoke inhalation.
Trap a fireball on it. Yeah.
The fireball is not the worst thing that could happen.
No,
Actually,
we
in
all
this
die of
case, it'd be
smoke
fucking
inhalation.
cloud
It's
kill.
fine. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said smoke inhalation.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the
Well,
plan. You're gonna leave it in the hole, back up, and then set
Yeah,
off.
I'm gonna back up as far as I can. Use knock.
I'm gonna shield the burrito with my body.
I'm gonna ask Dave, hey, let's
Burrito.
move over here. We don't want to risk getting hurt.
Yeah, he goes back in the cage. Okay, so you get to make caster level check with plus 10 bonus against the lock.
Put that
Alright.
blanket on the cage too, just in case. Might catch shrapnel.
Here's my caster level. I'm adding 10 to it. Bye bye.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Yeah, 36 will spring the lock. It was a really good quality lock, too.
Hooray!
Okay, so your spell goes off, and there is immediately an explosion of blue.
Blue, huh?
Blue.
Is it a die pack
Everything-
from a bank?
Everything is blue. And
Panda, don't do it.
you.
Sorry.
Oh, I know
What
what
does
he's
blue
thinking.
mean?
The song.
No, I was gonna do
Oh no! So like, why is everything blue?
The song
just like
is what he was gonna
inside and outside.
do. Yeah,
Blue
that's why I
Man's
said
house.
don't do it.
Let me
What does
see.
blue mean?
You guys are in a building.
Is everybody blue?
Everything inside the building is blue now.
Oh, okay.
What's the number, Panda? It's Eiffel. Is it 65 or 56?
65.
7?
Okay, Eiffel 65. Okay, I was gonna say I can't
65.
remember the name of that band because it's
Yeah.
numbers. I don't know.
Eiffel 65, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything is covered in blue, and I need
Okay.
everyone to make fortitude saves.
Oh,
Right.
oh,
I did
good.
say, can we put the sheet up on the cage?
Yeah. That's why he's
okay.
not having to save. So yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
cool. I just
good,
want to
good,
make
good,
sure.
good.
You
I
said will?
probably failed. mine.
Fortitude.
Fortitude, indeed. Yes.
Well, good thing I've slept since then.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
Hey, we
well,
both got the same thing, buddy.
yeah, but I'm gonna roll again for Dave and use one of my fantastic fortune things.
Okay.
Not fantastic
nice.
fortunes, but
Boot, please, and then roll.
yeah. Oh,
You also do have a fortunate fate still.
I forgot to change this back to
3 out of 3. Yeah.
Yes, it's 2 now. All right, and then roll the save again.
Oh, I mean, it
Well,
is
take the
technically better.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, roll to 14 instead.
Anyone
I'm not
rolling
gonna
luck?
use-
Um,
I'm not gonna roll.
Eli, I think you should roll for luck.
I will on the chance that it's a DC 15.
Yeah,
That's
And I
exactly.
just need the one.
Ooh,
Hey,
nice.
look, now I have
Hey.
18.
Okay, and then Sam,
Maybe.
you're not rolling luck.
There is no luck.
Oh no, we're
There's
out of
no
luck.
luck dice left.
Fine.
Panda
Oh,
says.
but you do have a fortunate
loudly
fate, like Sam
and
said, or like
suggestively.
Patrick said.
Yes, there is a fortunate fate if you'd like to use it. It's Sam's.
You do have it, sir.
You know, I might as well. I'll
Okay.
use my fortunate fate
He might
Bloop.
as well.
to roll again for me. Because what's the chances it's going to be low again? Okay.
Good job.
I mean, it very well could have been.
I mean,
It
you
could
get
have,
12.
but it wasn't. Okay.
My fortitude went up as well.
Yeah, you all get covered in blue powder that it seems to immediately begin to sap the heat from your body.
Oh God.
You're having to just, like, brush it off. It seems to, like, cling to your skin and your clothes, armor, all of that stuff. It is just... the powder itself isn't cold. It's just like it seems to just drain the heat out of you very quickly. Now, thankfully, because you all made your saves, you're only going to take half this damage.
Cool.
Hooray.
Please begin with a twin. Like a twin. Or maybe a team. Something team, maybe?
I rolled really bad.
Ooh, yeah, you did. All
Okay,
right, so
that could have been really bad.
It could have been awful, but yeah, instead you each only take 3 points of fucking cold damage.
Whee!
Actually, sorry, the damage is technically untyped. So you just take 3
Still.
points of damage.
Whee!
Goodbye, 69. Oh, that was a bigger trap than I expected.
I immediately cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You know, it's probably smart.
Ellie,
Save. 12. Okay.
Kiken has so many.
Oh, wow. I only get to use mine in combat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So yeah, you guys
Is
take
it fair? Yeah.
a bit of damage, and then Sam heals himself because ouch.
Mhm.
Look, we got another luck die, I saw, because I blinked an SOS. So it's only fair that somebody else gets the things. But
Nice. You also, Eli, you now have a fortunate fate,
Hey, sweet.
which means I need to go
So
turn it off.
nice.
I almost forgot. I need to go turn that off.
Oh yeah,
because
so that
otherwise
nobody
people
else.
won't remember to not redeem it. Okay.
for me.
Yeah.
Two for me.
Ellie's
One
just
for you, three
freaking
for me.
spreading
So
the joy
generous.
over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you all have that happen. You managed to get enough of this off of yourselves quick enough that you only take a little bit of damage from it. Pretty quickly, you realize that like the effect is not constant. Over the next like couple of minutes of, I imagine, probably starting to like clean all this bullshit up. The effect seems to dissipate. Like you stop noticing this like cold seeming to emanate from it and affect you anytime you brush up against it. But you can imagine that if that did stick to you for a full minute, that could have been really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're continuing to like, I don't know, you find like a broom or some other shit to like start sweeping this crap off of the floor and try to get it out of the fur that you might have to sleep on again. It seems to gradually transmute. That like deep blue color starts to fade and become more translucent until you're just sweeping up normal snow.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh,
Interesting.
did whatever's in the chest survive?
It's covered in snow, but it did survive. Because it's not, it doesn't actually do anything to objects.
Nice.
Go, Sam. I choose you
Or, sorry.
for taking stuff out of the chest.
I was looking
the
at
snow
a
and...
shirt that said my Patronus is a Bayou Gator.
Yeah.
That
That's
somebody
just for
sent
you,
me.
my friend. Just for you.
So search the contents of the chest. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
take the
that's it.
snow out and search what's in it.
Sure. Let's go.
So,
Our designated meat puppet.
Luther.
where the fuck did that page go? There we go. Okay, so you find various objects in this chest. You very quickly come to realize that this seems to have been items taken off of people who were kidnapped, more than likely. But also some evidence of the fact that you may not be the first adventurers that this hag has encountered. Because it's not just errant bits of clothing and shoes and patches of fur and like odd tiny trinkets that seem to be otherwise meaningless that you find. You do see what appears to be like a bandolier that has been emptied. Other than there are a few daggers that appear to be strapped onto it. that have just been left in place. They look a bit old, a little bit worn out, like they haven't been maintained. You find a few different folded water skins and other things. Go ahead, sorry.
When you say bandolier, potion bandolier or regular bandolier?
Regular bandolier.
Okay, just wanted to clarify. Some other things, sorry.
Yeah, you find like just some like rolled up water skins, that kind of stuff that's normal. You find a couple of scroll cases inside. And there is a single scroll in one of them. So you find a few other little bags. You're able to consolidate the contents. You find various gems. You find... Let me see. Does anybody trained in appraise?
Nope.
Maybe? No, I'm not.
Okay. Knowledge engineering.
Yeah, that
Nope.
I have.
Yeah.
You have. You don't have to roll it. Just your training will tell you, because this is like basic knowledge of what gemstones are. You find a chrysoberyl, a chrysophrase, a piece of ivory, an opal, and a zircon gem.
Cool.
Can't spell any of these. Press phrase.
He's typing them out.
Press barrel, chrysophrase.
I'll paste them for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because
I have to copy
there's
paste because,
no way I can spell half of those.
You don't know their value, so I can't just copy paste directly. I have to like
Gotcha.
do bit by bit.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
bandolier
I'm
with
sure you can
daggers,
spell
scroll
ivory
cases.
and opal, but the other two ones.
Yes, I can spell 2 of those things.
You can spell
I
zircon,
said that,
right?
but I agree.
Yeah, I can probably spell Zircon. I can spell 3 of those things.
There you go.
Yeah, I would not
The
have
first
spelled
one would have been
either
tricky.
chrysophrase or chrysoberyl correctly.
Both
But
those,
ivory, opal, and zircon, nailed it.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry, I got bandolier with daggers, 2 daggers. Scroll cases has 1 scroll in them. Various gems, chrysoberyl, chrysophrase, ivory, opal, zircon. Did I miss something?
That's all the gems and stuff so far.
Scroll case, gems.
There's
band-
1 scroll in one of the scroll cases.
Yeah, I did. How many scroll cases?
2 scroll cases.
Steve. Okay.
Okay, I'll go ahead and try and identify that scroll while we're
Okay.
at it.
Yep. I throw it to
Just do do if you boot detect magic, I can just tell you which things are magical. So far, none of the things I have named are, other than the scroll,
Gotcha.
which obviously you know is magical. So you find through a few of the other pouches and things. I'm trying to see how much gold, like straight gold, is in here. So you find 80 gold pieces,
Hot dang.
130 silver pieces,
Hot dang again.
and 500 copper pieces.
Nice.
Because obviously most of it's going to be copper. That's just normal. They seem to be various mints. They're not all from.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said there were various mints, and I was like, oh, so like peppermint. You're like,
So there's spearmint. There's some.
yeah.
Oh
No,
god.
the coins are
the
various
coins.
minting,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
They're not all from Setsegia. They're not all from the same province. Like you can just recognize that. Yeah, some of these are not from here, so they could have been from all sorts of different travelers.
any of them look similar to the big coin.
No, not.
Okay.
And they're all appropriately sized for where they're from, as far as you can tell. Let me see.
Gold.
So
Gold.
yeah, that's just straight money.
Gold. Gold. Silver.
And I will tell you if a thing is magical, since you did detect magic. So you find a silver holy symbol, which appears to be a holy symbol of, are any of you knowledge religion?
Yo.
trained?
No.
Same. Me.
Okay,
I got
as long as
that.
one of you is, that's fine. Okay, so this appears to be a symbol of Mab.
Oh, I know, man.
And maybe.
That's
M-A-B.
disconcerting.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
I will say aloud to everybody.
What's that mean?
Yeah. I was like, who?
The Queen of Air.
The
and
Winter
Darkness.
Queen, yeah, like
Yeah.
she's not
Say it again.
friendly. The Winter Queen,
Okay.
she's not friendly, is the point.
Oh.
She's
So we should
generally considered bad news. Bad news
leave
bears.
this or like?
Oh, I mean, it's silver and it's fancy. We should definitely keep it.
All right.
I'm just saying it's a bad thing that somebody was out here with it.
Ah,
You also find a set of 6 silver dice, non-magical.
Gibbs.
Yeah, I had a
How dare
feeling.
you.
You find a gold holy symbol. This is a holy symbol of... This is a symbol of Grazaroan, the battle maven.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna just toss that to one. Be like, maybe this will help.
What? What?
Hey, give the war goddess symbol.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go.
Thanks. I'm not super religious, and the one I do kind of super like is Rebirth. So, but whatever, cool.
Listen, it never hurts to have more people have your back.
I'm just imagining Benny from The Mummy, just going through the necklaces praying.
Listen, I've always wanted to make a character like that. Straight up, I've always wanted to make a character like that.
Oh,
But it
God,
just
The Mummy such a
is like a cleric, but is just the most spastic cleric of all time.
Different tools for different jobs, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
I think
gonna.
that's okay.
I'll be straightforward with you guys. I was gonna skip all the random bullshit, but I was like, they would be mad at me if they knew I skipped. Panda would especially be mad at me if he knew I
Yeah,
skipped all the
random
random
bullshit
bullshit you could find in
goes,
here.
like-
Oh, dear.
Panda's bread and butter.
I love
Um,
stuff. Stuff is like the favorite thing for me to find.
Right.
And to
yeah.
mess
I
around with.
realized that. So I was like, I
Panda
have to-
and I spent way too long on random item generated whatever one time in our
Yeah.
campaign where Panda was just trying to find trinkets in a shop.
It was a while, which is
I
fine. It was
love it,
funny.
dude. I love it.
Let me see. You find a.
Whoever
oh,
inherits
you find
that
a
house is gonna have a bunch of stuff in that basement.
yes. You find a container of oil, which is magical. Because I think you guys... No, you guys did not get one of these. Go ahead and give me a knowledge arcana? No, spellcraft.
Oh, alright. Spelly crafty.
This one's a pretty easy ID.
Ba-doo. Well, I rolled a 2.
Yep.
I also have spellcraft.
Okay, you can certainly try, yeah. Alright, so yeah,
We can claim it's because it's more like cleric
Yeah.
or naturey.
yeah, you managed to cut in just before Eli's like, well, the only way to identify it now is by taste. You go, it's an oil. Don't do that. And then you taste it anyway, and you're able to figure out that it's an oil of purified food and drink.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
That's very useful.
Yeah. So you could actually eat it. It probably you shouldn't be like eating straight olive oil, like herb flavored olive oil.
All the
But
boil.
that's what that is. You actually
It's not
sorry,
like
you
a
find 2
casserole
of
format,
those.
right?
You find 2 of those. It is. I don't think casserole matters for this.
I just wanted to make sure because anytime I find a potion-y thing, I'm gonna ask from now on whenever I'm
yeah.
taking notes on it.
Yeah, I usually look. I just hadn't quite got that far. For potion. Oh no, it does matter. Okay, so this is a cantrip, so it's technically going to be castable 1. So it will work on 1 cubic foot of contaminated food and water,
Quite a bit.
which is quite a bit. You just got to stack it up. So, but yeah, so it's
Put it in this
castable
box.
1.
And, like,
Yeah, exactly.
2 of those. So, yeah.
Caster level 1 for that. Sorry, you find 2 of those. Let me see, where was the other thing? You find, sorry, 1 other potion. If you want to roll for that one.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is riveting for our audience, just finding magic stuff. We're getting to
I
the more
mean-
interesting things. Oh, good. That's fine.
17.
Yep. Yeah. You almost fucked it up, but you didn't. So we're good. You find this one is a potion of remove sickness.
Ooh.
Cash level 1. It's technically still minimum.
Panda, are you writing this down?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Because
thank you.
I was writing it down, but I realized if you are writing it down, I don't also need to.
I mean, you can. Nice.
No, you're fine. I lie.
He's like, no, never. Cool.
Look, I'm the worst at taking notes, but when there's stuff involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you some more just the randoms. Oh, this one's cool. Okay, so you find a gold bowl with engravings on it. Immediately, Sam, you recognize this as being of the luncheon make.
No.
This is culturally Thulian because the engravings on the side are depictions of dragons that you've seen. It's not
It's a dragon
magical.
gravy bowl.
It's not magical. It's just very ornate and engraved. It's probably worth a fucking lot. So you find that, which is dope.
Now, how big?
Bad, it's his.
Are we talking about like soup bowl, or are we talking about like salad bowl?
This would be not like salad serving bowl. Think like right between the two.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a
Large enough to
small
wear on
one,
one's
basically.
head.
Sam could wear it on his head.
All right, he puts it on his head as he's looking through stuff.
Yeah, Sam has a normal sized head, I think.
For his size, please.
Yeah. Now, Panda, I don't know if you'd be able to put it up, but
No, there's no way. I can display what that would look like right now. Just
you wear it as a yarmulke.
It's amazing, and I love it.
This is my dragon yarmulke for my dragon mitzvah.
it's when I became an adult
Dragon.
dragon.
Rock the
Rock
dragon.
the dragon.
Dragon balls.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we need you to play the game.
So, cool. So you find that, which is, you know, that's gonna be worth a lot. Let me see what the other just random shit you guys find in here are. You find a carved jade idol, which appears to depict a
Hatsune Miku.
no.
Bro!
It appears to depict a come on, Brian, you can do this. A Kassir. Very androgynous figure, like you can't quite tell gender. But definitely Kassir, you can tell by the ears, just like the kind of lithe form of them. They're holding a staff, and it looks like they have like their mouth open as if they're incanting something. It's about this big or so, about a little under a foot tall, maybe about 10, 11 inches.
Looking it on the shelf.
But it's carved of jade. It appears to be pretty good make. It's fairly detailed. It's not like the best work you've ever seen, but like probably worth a pretty penny. And there's a small locket inside, a small silver locket, non-magical. You open it, you can see that there is a picture of a smiling young demi girl, like somebody's child, like a daughter.
Aww.
And that's all it's in there. There's no name or anything. I don't know if you actually pull the picture out and see if there's anything behind it or anything like that.
I'll check. Really
Break out
nothing?
like a knife or something. Jimmy it up because you don't want to
Pull the
rip
daggers
it
out
or
of
something.
bandoliers. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, because you don't want to like tear it, like trying to pull it out. But when you do get it out of there, there appears to be a very worn, like worn down enough that it's like thinner than normal, but it's polished. It appears to be a copper piece. But it looks like maybe it was really old and like they've like polished it and cleaned it a bunch of different times and stuff. So it's actually a little bit thinner, a little bit smaller than normal, just from the wear on it. But you can still see that, yeah, it looks like it's, let's see,
There's a copper piece inside the bucket.
yes, but it's like very small. Brain. Pandora and Eli, you guys would be able to tell that it looks the coin looks Gurgan.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like it's not from Setsegia.
Huh.
Is that Gurgish or
Actually, how would I be able to tell? I know
You're-
Viatic.
No,
Not
no,
Gurgan.
Gurga is the opposite side of Setsegia, your sister.
Oh,
cultures.
right. You're right.
They virtually share a culture. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Sorry.
But yeah, so it looks like it's probably a coin that maybe it's somebody's lucky coin or something. It's been around for a long time, that it's been worn down enough that it actually was able to fit into this locket underneath the picture. Yeah, no magic on that one.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, cool. Then let's get to the cooler stuff. So
Cooler than
you
the gold
find what appears to be something that looks relatively fragile, but you can tell just by the fact that it's been in here, it's not. It looks like a long sharpened icicle that is giving off a magical aura. If you want to ID the aura, give me a Arcana. If you want to ID the item, then next would be Spellcraft.
Yep. Okay. So Arcana.
Perfect. That is a conjuration aura. It is faint.
Right. And spellcraft. Hey, same number.
Same number. You identify this as an icicle wand.
Ooh, cool.
You've actually heard of these. Not necessarily in relations to hags, but in relations to witches that inhabit like the frozen regions of the world. Mostly, you've heard about them as like historical folklore when there were much larger regions that were tundra and frozen over. They used to be kind of a big deal. Not so much in the modern day, but these kind of relics of them still exist, and you know that there are people who you can almost think in modern terms of people who make medieval armor and weapons and things, just as a like way to keep up history. Most of the ones most of these that appear now are not necessarily made for warfare and that kind of thing. They're
reproductions,
pride pieces for accomplished mages and that sort of thing, or there are replicas that exist that don't function, that are just held in museums and that sort of thing. But this one is obviously functional. And if you want to give you a chance to talk, if you want to read off what that icicle wand does for those who will watch this on YouTube,
going right ahead.
And can't click the link.
The faint conjuration cold, right? Okay. The fragile-looking wand appears to be nothing more than a sharpened icicle, nearly a foot in length. Though it is as sturdy as any wand, and the ice never melts, a combination of arcane tool and weapon, icicle wands find frequent use among the winter witches of Arisen. Yeah. And traders who carried them as far south as the mountains. Chilex and Nora and Calber. An icicle wand functions primarily as a wand of ice spears, granting each the ability to create and turn icy terrain against their enemies. In addition, an icicle wand can also be wielded as a masterwork dagger that deals 1 point of cold damage with a successful attack, in addition to normal dagger damage. An icicle wand with a caster level of 7th or higher functions as a +1 frost dagger instead.
Yep. You don't know if this one is that high of a caster level. You just know it's an icicle wand.
Cool.
So it could be. Also, Ice Spears is a pretty dope spell. I like that spell. It's caster level 5. As far as you know, it could be 7th, but I would say for now, because you don't know, it's a minimum of 5.
Neat.
So if you're going to use it, go ahead and put the Ice Spears spell on your sheet at some point. But that's that item. Cool icicle wand down. The other cool things in here, there appears to be this really beautiful blue silken robe with silver embroidery on it. It looks like there's little crystals and things attached to it, and what appear to be owl feathers lining the collar. And then there is also a pair of... there's a pair of these like gloves that appear to have these very fine, almost snake-like scales on them. Also the color of a snowdrift, just like white, sort of crystalline look to them. as if they're covered in ice crystals.
Okay.
You'll also see that sword that's still stuck is magical, but you don't have that yet. So you let me know which of the out of the robe or the gloves you want to try to identify next.
We'll go with the robe first.
Robe. All right. Arcana to ID it, or ID the magic on it.
Wow.
Yeah. Nasho. Don't know this one. It's magical, but you can try to identify what it can do.
Wow.
29. That's pretty solid. Very solid. Okay. So you weren't sure about the aura. You start messing with it a little bit. Just seeing what details you can pick up in the aura of it, even though you can't quite figure out what school it's of. Excuse me. But eventually you're able to figure out, okay, you know what this is. In fact, you're pretty sure your master had one. Not that he wore it, but that he had one. You don't know where he got it, but it's called a hyperboreal robe.
Okay.
I think that. Okay.
A hyperboreal robe. Beautiful robe is fashioned from fine blue silk, embroidered with silver thread, and trimmed with owl feathers and tiny shards of crystal. The robe grants its wearer a +2 resistance bonus on all saving throws. In addition, the flesh of the robe's wearer becomes searing cold to the touch. Anyone who strikes their wearer with an unarmed strike, a touch attack, or a natural weapon takes 1d6 points of cold damage. The wearer can activate and deactivate this ability as a free action.
It occupies
That's
the
a pretty
body
cool
slot.
robe.
It's a body item slot.
Yep.
Alright, and then last thing would be the gloves.
Okay, here comes my Arcana check.
Good roll. You pick up Faint Abjuration. Actually, wait, they're equal. You pick up Faint Abjuration and Transmutation.
Ooh, alright. And then here comes the spellcraft. Very bad. Verbad. Verbad.
Yeah. Do you keep that or do you want to roll out?
Yeah.
Roll up.
That's.
I'll
that
roll.
is
That
not
is
an
a
answer.
rough one.
I rolled a luck. Alright, there we go. Well, because it's just under where I feel like I have to roll a 4 to really get what I want, which is a 20. And so I was
Yeah.
like, but whatever. 18 total.
18 is better.
So 18 is not bad. Let me double check here. That
Well,
might
thank
actually
you
be
for
the DC.
putting like a lot more in our
I did.
pool.
Cash level
I guilted them.
Yeah,
Cash
Panda
level
did the
3.
blink if you're in trouble thing, where he was like blink, 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 blink. So they gave luck.
And then I blinked in thanks.
DC
Yes.
is 15 plus cash
Let's
roll.
go.
It's cash level 3rd.
Hey, that's
Oh,
Exacxies.
cool.
It's a hands slot item called the Rhyme Shaper Gloves.
All right.
You guys will like these. You can elect someone to read this one if you want, Dave, or you can do it
That's
yourself.
fine.
Okay.
Rhyme Shaper Gloves. While in colder weather, Rhyme Shaper Gloves allow the wearer to solidify nearby snow or ice into a light or one-handed weapon of normal quality with a hardness of 2. Creating such a weapon takes the same amount of time that it would take to draw it from a sheet, a move action for most, but faster for a wearer with quick draw feat or a similar ability. For example, these weapons evaporate if left unattended for 1 round, otherwise they last for 1 minute, after which they melt into pure liquid. Alternatively, a move action where can cause actual ice crystals to form over the gloves, causing them to act as masterwork spiked gauntlets that also grant a +2 competence bonus on climb checks. This effect lasts until it is dismissed as a standard action. Finally, the gloves grant the wearer cold resistance 5.
Good
Yeah,
gloves.
those would be good right now.
Yeah. So
Pretty
obviously
cool.
this gear came from people who were expecting to traverse the cold, weren't expected to be murdered by this winter hag, obviously. But
Who is really?
Yeah.
Us, I guess. We were expecting that to be a potential. But most
we
people
were-
don't consider that.
We were given the quest to come here.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, we would have avoided her.
So probably true.
oh yeah, sorry, you wanted to ID that scroll too, right?
Yes, I do.
Mhm.
2 people who could try to ID it.
Yeah. Was it spellcraft?
Yes. Actually, shit. If you do, you know what? He could just do read magic.
Read magic.
Hold on.
I don't have it prepared, so.
I will boop the read magic.
Let me double check a thing. I think it's deciphering a scroll is what the spellcraft.
I'm gonna
check
read
is,
these
right?
running.
I will be
No,
like,
read
all right,
magic automatically deciphers it. Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna read this, so stand back.
One-hand weapon.
Thankfully, no explosive runes this time. Cool. So read magic automatically deciphers the scroll, so that means you know this is a scroll of Goodberry.
Oh, cool. Scroll of good berry. Good berries are good.
Yep.
I like good berries.
Yep. For cash level 1, so you know they'll last 1 day per level, so they'll last a day. But still, 2d4 berries touched.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So you guys get all that. I don't know if you want to divvy that up now, or you're just gonna sit and wait for the, or go back to what you were doing until the sword is freed.
Now, a lot of this looks like it's stuff for Eli.
I mean, you
Yeah,
say
I
that.
agree.
I don't really want any of it.
Wow, you don't want a stabby thing? Come on.
I mean,
You
that
want
I want.
gloves?
I'll take that. No. What am I gonna hit? I also have shadow weapon. I can make my own weapons.
Yeah, but it helps prevent ice a little.
Yeah, but yeah, he has
Cold
the,
resistance is nice, but
Yeah, but cold
I already
resistance is cool.
got.
and you're bad
But
at climbing.
yeah, I am better at climbing. But you guys are actually gonna make use of the item. I'm just gonna wear gloves.
I have the gloves of the ice bear, which are spike gauntlets and give me a climb bonus anyway.
Okay, I'll grab the gloves if no one cares.
Yeah,
Please
that'd be cool,
do.
especially if
You got fancy gloves,
you
Yeah.
said a one-handed weapon. Does that include thrown weapons?
light or one-handed weapons, but yes,
Light or okay, cool.
yes it does.
I'm just saying,
It does
you
not
can make
say
snowballs and
melee
throw them at people. No, it is. Yeah.
It does not say melee weapon.
You essentially could make daggers and just chuck them and dagger throw, like
Yeah.
Choop, choop,
I
choop,
have to
choop,
type
choop,
it.
choop.
Oh well.
If you want to do that, you could also just make them into spiky gloves and punch people real hard. They think you're unarmed, and you're like, but I've got
Well,
arms.
the good thing
Like
about
saying,
these
bitch.
as well is you can still use your regular weapon with them on, whereas the gauntlets I have to
Yeah.
Because they're
put on. And
Yeah,
yeah.
spike. They're like the tiger claw type things. They have the
Yeah.
spikes out
Yep.
here, so you can't hold a weapon with them.
I make shadow weapons, and then I've also got a hidden pocket knife, basically, where I go, and I rusty shacklefisher right in the throat.
Or at least tries to look very threatening.
Yeah, that's really more of what's going to happen. I usually use it to open boxes and such. I don't think I've ever stabbed anybody with it, ever.
Cool. So who's gonna take the robe? Which is the reason I'm guessing Eli doesn't want it is because it's a body slot and he already has the stitching. fabrics.
Exactly. I already have a robe. I like my robe very much. It's pretty cool.
yeah. Does the leaf armor count as a body slot?
No, that is armor.
As armor? Okay.
Yeah, armor is a separate slot than body.
But the cool cloak that I have that basically makes everything nice and warm and toasty.
Is being
one that
held
you
by
gave
an
up?
NPC.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's also
But I'm gonna-
cloaks or shoulder slot.
Oh, are they? Okay, so
Mhm.
okay. Neat. I guess if we're all getting one, I'll take that.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can take it. That's fine.
So you now have the hyperboreal robe, so you can make yourself incredibly cold to the touch.
We'll touch. As a free action, and I get resistance on saving throws.
Yep.
Which is
It
pretty
basically acts
nice.
as a cloak of resistance +2, just by itself. So if you already had a cloak of resistance, which you don't, this would supersede that. Hey, look at that! It's Steve. What's up, my dude? Hope you're doing better.
Oh, hi.
What
Thanks
up?
for the subscription
Yeah,
or the gift. But
yeah, doing some gift subs. That's awesome. Thanks, Steve. We're divvying up some magic items over here. They just got some ice related magic stuff.
Yee.
See, I can repost the links for you. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. And
I forget. This may be additional
God
blindness.
knows.
Does this require attunement, or is it just working when we put them?
it works as soon as you put it on.
Okay.
Yeah, attunement's not really a thing in Pathfinder, but there are some items that tell you that you have to wear them for a certain amount of time to work, but they all have to explicitly say that.
that's
Otherwise,
way
the
more
item is-
common in second edition.
The second edition does have a whole attunement system, but not here. So yeah, you put it on and it works.
Right.
Okay, and then I'm assuming you guys go back to to what you're doing until Lamia does all the manual labor again and frees
Yep.
the
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be nice if wolves attack me again, because it's unarmed strike, touch attack, or natural weapon, which I'm assuming is, unless there's some kind of Dark Souls wolf that's carrying a big ass sword.
Right. I mean, you can probably imagine these wolves are not really susceptible to cold. But,
Yeah, but
you know.
I'm just talking about in general. Okay, axe beaks. Okay.
Cool. So Lamia continues to work on this blade that's plunged into the ice. Lamia, as you're working on it, you're kind of getting a better look at it. You can tell it's like scimitar shaped, and look after bumping into it a few times, whatever, or like grabbing hold of it to like hit certain parts of it, like rubbing off some of the frost and snow that's covering it. You realize this isn't just like covered in frost. This scimitar appears to have been forged or otherwise shaped from a single piece of super hard ice. The whole thing appears to be made of ice.
Yeah. Okay.
The downside is, like, as you're like doing that, like knocks all this frost and stuff off, you realize that it is not quite the size you thought it was. It appears to be sized for a small creature. But nonetheless, you do eventually manage to free it. Do you immediately like pick it up and examine it, or you like jump away from it like some crazy person, like, oh my god, it's magic?
No, because I'm doing it through the hole, so be like, all right, got it free. Here you guys go.
Okay. So as soon as you grab the hilt, it seems to resize to be an appropriately sized scimitar for a medium creature.
Oh, that's cool.
There's just like this
It resizes,
small billow
guys.
of frost that it just kind of extends.
It's cool.
So cool. You do that. Yeah, it's a scimitar made of ice. So you hand it over. Eli, I assume you're going to try to ID it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Alrighty.
Arcana first.
Knowledge first. Yeah.
You stare at it. You lick it. Yeah, you're not getting anything, man. Tastes,
As long as my tongue doesn't stick to it, we're good.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not sure about the aura, but you're like, okay, I could make it.
Hey, look at that! It's a freaking ice sword, man. I don't
Your
know.
tongue
Wow.
sticks to it. No, I'm kidding. So,
At least we finally have somebody leading the snow pole.
Somebody's
Yeah.
a little
you
one.
Fine.
can't figure out
That's
what
what
the
we
fuck this
say.
is. But Panda, what kind of snail does he find?
He, of course, weirdly enough, like hibernating underneath this, like when they put this sword down there, as the snail crawls off of it, that appears to be a, weirdly enough, it's jarring almost. The snail body is a deep maroon color. Ellie redeemed a cursive barrel. And the shell itself appears to be a white and a cream, like kind of. They're very. There's two different shades of white on the spiral as it's going down.
Ah, nice. Okay.
To white and maroon.
Okay.
No, that's not how you
So
spell maroon. Damn it.
body, and then it's got
Maroon.
like a brie cheese shell, where it's got like the white
Nope.
outside and
Hydrate.
hydrate. You've been hydrating.
Ah,
I've got
Hydrate.
those. I've got things that I drinks and beverages.
Mine is kombucha because I'm bougie.
Kombucha.
Woo!
Kombucha.
Yeah. You said bougie.
That sounds like no joke. That sounds like a place in California that specializes in kombucha.
Yeah. Kombucha.
Like,
It kinda
okay.
does.
Well, at least
Yeah.
one thing we know about this sword: it can change shape. I mean, shape.
You have one other person who could try to ID it.
size. Yeah. I don't know Arcana, but I do know spellcraft. So.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Yeah, sure.
You might roll high. I know what you need.
17.
No.
With luck.
You're gonna
See
what?
if I can. Yeah. See if I can hit that. 18.
18. 18 is unfortunately not enough.
It could have been 4. Could have hit that 20 mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all you know is it's definitely magical. It's sorry. You would know that the aura is moderate, just not the school. So it's obviously a pretty powerful item, but you are unable to identify its features.
That's so light, though. So compared to my other sword.
Yeah, it's a one-handed weapon.
Do you want to hold on to it, Sam?
Great sword. No, what? No, I'm good. I'm not trying to get it to be more what I want. Hey, it's worth
What?
money. What?
Oh, you think just because it changed shape, it would change what it is?
Yeah, be a large weapon so I can use 2 hands. No,
I mean, maybe if you put like more ice on it, maybe it could change the shape of it to be more like what
Stick
you
it in the
want.
snow,
Like,
see what happens.
Huh?
So just stick it in the snow, see what happens. You just stick it in the snow, draw it out, see if it's bigger, and if it freezes more.
It's got snow stuck to it now.
I mean, I'll hang on to it if y'all want. I probably won't be using it.
I mean, neither will I.
Yeah, you're going to use it significantly more than I will.
It does have that like cloud of like frost kind of coming off of it. It's cold. It doesn't hurt you while you're holding it, but you can tell it's really cold.
Tell you what, we can put this in the office during the summer.
Just, help it cool off a bit.
Yeah.
We have to get back to the office first.
I mean, yeah. Also, if we come upon some people that want to trade, and they got a magical item, we got magical items, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean potentially.
Well,
We don't have.
Just as a because you guys are trained in spellcraft, you would know because the aura is moderate. You know its caster level is between 6th and 11th.
Damn. Okay.
It's
Yeah. So
it's pretty good stuff.
how's the for lack of a better word, popsicle lady going, Sam?
Oh.
about time you go check her again. You can actually see now. It looks like part of the scrolls and whatever she's encased in has peeled open, and you can see one hand is kind of flopped out. Like, start
I'll
poking.
do a pulse.
She's like poking the arm. Check the pulse. You feel a faint pulse. It's there.
Oh.
It has been since she's been like thawed for the most part. You've been mostly trying to get her back to health. It feels a bit healthier than it was earlier, for sure.
It's coming. They're defrosting. I think we'll be able to make people, meatloaf later. Once it's
Lamia, the other thing you notice after you've pulled that chest out and got the sword free, you can see that there are maybe what looks like a backpack is also frozen in the ice. It's hard to tell because like the refractions of it and stuff doesn't give you a clear image. There's some kind of what you think is a backpack or maybe a rucksack is also frozen in there. It's gonna take a while to get to it, obviously, but
It looks like there's one more thing down here. Are we just staying the night here again?
I mean,
Like,
it's
how's
still
it look
bad.
out there?
Yeah.
Well,
I can go
so-
check.
Outside.
The question is too is how quickly do we think we're going to be able to thaw this person out? Because even if we get them all the way thawed out, if they're not able to like go anywhere, we can't leave today anyways,
Yeah.
or tomorrow or whatever. And plus, it's probably like at least past midday at this point. I don't know. I haven't looked outside, but I'm not trying to leave and then get caught out there in the dark again. If we can help it.
I can-
So we'll probably stay
Tomorrow I
tonight,
can
guess.
pray for the weather stuff. That way I can try and see how long it's going to be.
That might be helpful for
All
sure.
right. And I'll include that in the morning.
Well, okay then.
You good to keep digging? We can.
Yeah, I don't feel any tired, and you know what? These gloves make it a little less cold in here for me.
No, nice.
Actually, it's not cold for you at all.
Yeah.
It's colder. You can tell it's cold, but then it doesn't bother you now.
I'm gonna.
So that's what Lamia is going to continue doing, trying to dig more stuff out.
I'm gonna be messing around with this all the time. I'm gonna do this with one hand. Trying to flourish, like
You would be
shield
proficient
the
with it.
swings, but like, how do I? Yeah, okay, I can kind of do that.
You would be proficient with it. Let me see. Double check thing here.
Scimitars, martial, or are they?
They are martial, yeah.
Marshall.
They are one-handed weapons, which means you can wield them in two hands. But it's D6 for damage, but 18 to 20 crit range slashing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, this one feels very well balanced. Despite it being ice, it feels hard enough like it's metal. It doesn't feel weird to hold it. It doesn't feel slippery or anything like that. It seems to doesn't stick to your gloves or anything like that. It's just that there's a grip to it that you kind of wouldn't expect by looking at it. So you're gonna keep digging. Double check. Okay, so yeah, after a little bit more time passes, I imagine Eli goes back to coaching Dave.
Yep.
There's a little bit of meta there.
Yeah.
Eli's teaching Dave magic.
I wish, man. Although, I know myself. If I had magic, I would not use it responsibly. I already know I would use it for stupid parlor tricks, to amaze my friends, and also to pull pranks on my boss. Like, I know myself, okay?
Prestidigitation.
Just keep making all his coffee taste like Pepsi.
Oh my god.
Panda would be so upset with me if I did that to him.
My Pepsi tastes weird. Oh, I peed
Yeah, that's one of the best bits
What?
of all time.
in your Pepsi.
In your Pepsi, yeah.
I peed. in
So,
To this day, that man still does not know if you're joking.
nope. He has to just constantly wonder every day if he drank pee.
Yeah. It's really
Pepsi
the.
pee.
I used all of my willpower of like not breaking, like not cracking a smile in that one moment. I can't get through any jokes now. Like trying to
Right. You used all of it up. Okay. So after a little bit of that, you will hear from down that hallway. You'll hear the voice of the young ward. Mad thing.
Ah.
I look around. Oh, he means me. Okay. I walk down there. Yeah?
As you're like away, you hear him keeps yelling at you. I'm summoning you. Up.
I slow down just ever so slightly. Just ever so slightly. Put a little hitch in my step. Slow down.
Hey, yell at me like that. But eventually you get to where you can see them. I imagine you don't get like close. Like, hey bud, what's up? What we can do for you, boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So you see him
Who's a good word game?
and the large white wolf that you saw limping before that was nearly killed. Apparently that's his mate. You see them both there, just kind of sitting at the entrance. They seem to just be kind of watching the storm, mostly unfazed by the snow and winds that are getting inside because it's not too bad But yeah, when you finally get within vision, it says to you, the storm is yet to let up. We will be here another night.
Okay, sounds good. We'll stay out of your way. We're also just chilling back there. We're trying to wait for the storm too, you know?
Of course.
Sam will call out. Hey, ask him if he knows about that humongoloid thing.
Oh, yeah, sure. Have you seen the homunculus running around anywhere? You know about yay high, stinger tail, very odd.
Its scent has not left this place.
Hmm.
I'm surprised it still persists, that you haven't yet killed it. If that hag is dead.
Well, we haven't found it yet, so that's why.
Then you should sleep very lightly.
Well, good advice. Thanks. Have a nice night.
You do know what it can do, don't you?
Not particularly.
Its sting will give you quite pleasant dreams. It will
Okay.
bring you to slumber immediately.
Both Molly and I did the same
Yeah.
thing with our face and head. Like,
A delirium of sleep for some time.
Hmm.
One where
Okay.
you're quite vulnerable. Clearly, you and I have an accord. I wouldn't take advantage of such a thing, but a creature like that may.
Well, I appreciate your candor and honesty about what's going on. We'll keep an eye out.
They don't make good meals either, if you're wondering.
You know, I didn't expect they would, but thank you for, clearing that up.
It's all blood and clay.
Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it'd be very good.
Give me a sense motive real quick. I know you wouldn't, but it's just a reflexive thing.
you know, like,
I had to
delicious.
find where that skill is. There we go.
Oh, 3. Okay, that's appropriate.
Pretty accurate, baby.
Yep, just big old wolf face. But yeah, you're like, all right, cool, thanks, man. We're gonna stay where we are. Bye. And he just kind of gives a huff and turns back and begins to, you think, talk to his mate in wolf. So.
You're cutting out a little bit for me.
Oh no. Ah! Woo! That cut out.
I mean,
I did
we
that today
heard
on
the
my way
scream,
home.
but I don't think it hit.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah,
I
you
need to
didn't
get
peek your
some-
mic. No, I did that today on my way home because I was just in traffic for literally no reason. So, of course, I just was like, well, I have two options. I can scream like that, or I can just honk my horn until my arm gets tired. And the first one is way less obnoxious.
Is it better now? Wow!
It's-
Not really. You still,
Okay, I'm doing it on purpose now.
yeah.
We know that it's tellable via the video, so
Well,
But if I'm telling you guys stuff and you can't understand
It's
it,
better.
that's still bad. Okay.
It's
yeah,
better.
there we go. Now you're better.
yeah, it's literally just like we got to give it like 30 seconds or something, and it'll go away.
Yeah, I feel like it's the internet. I don't know
The
if it's my
internet.
computer or what, but I really...
It's
Do not
so
feel
weird
like-
because it doesn't happen to Dave's.
No,
I think
no,
it's just
my
'cause you're running
computer.
so-
I think it's my
I know,
computer.
Well, you said internet first, so
Yes, but they aren't... I mean, I don't mean my whole network. I just mean my internet connection on
Yeah.
this computer.
Anyway.
yes.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi is slower, but this doesn't happen on Wi-Fi, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Makes no
So
sense.
you guys, or so you wander back in.
See,
You wander back in, and I imagine just tell everybody, hey, the wolves are still out there, guys.
Should we throw any like food at them or anything?
nah, they're fine.
At them?
Well, you know.
Yeah, I know.
If they want
Um,
food, they can bargain for it, or ask, or do whatever.
Then come in
can
here
be
and look
polite.
for the, humongoloid thing.
But right now,
I said that
our
already.
our accord reaches to us providing them shelter and nothing more. And if we need to expand it, we can. It's fine.
While you guys are talking, Lamia, I imagine you're still in the fucking hole thing, so they're looking down,
Yeah.
talking to you. Probably like propped up like on like the edge of it to talk to them. You can see in the background over near the cauldron, you see an arm like reach up out of the cocoon of scroll and start kind of flailing around and like try to like pull parts of it open. It's just limply like flailing helplessly in the air.
Just not paying attention to it at all. Yeah. Y'all be sure to shake out your bed, like your bedrolls before we go to sleep, though.
Yes,
Uh,
for cat-sized homunculus. Yes.
Yeah,
of
because
course.
it might just be hiding in there. I didn't check.
What's that?
I know we just gotta stay really pay attention to things right now.
Super vigilant, of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
The-
Do you
she's
see something?
active.
Dave,
You
Her
see it?
hands moving.
I'm looking around for the. I love playing dumb sometimes.
Is it the Humble Bumble? Where is it?
Yeah. Where's the hummus at? Is it behind this lady with her arm? Ah!
Sam, I hope karma does literally not slap you in the face.
Yeah, let's go 2 for 2 for people with bad dreams and campaigns. Woohoo!
It
You
will.
can like hear the hand like slapping against the ground against like the opposite end. It's like nails on scroll paper.
I'll try to grab the hand and be like, hey.
You just hear like from the inside.
Yeah. Pat it. I'm like, okay, hold on.
Like palms your face.
Yes, hello.
Maybe the ice is thin enough to kind of crack
yeah,
at it.
Let me.
The ice is melted. She's just wrapped in a tight cocoon of like parchment at this point.
Yeah, I'll start removing more of the. Then instead of just rotating her around to thaw or de-thaw.
So at this point, you probably have to start cutting away at it unless you're going to try to just very slowly work at like layers and like very slowly at a time.
Oh, we want to keep the scroll stuff, or are we good? That's a meta question.
I think we're fine.
I mean, being able to hold a Fae wouldn't be bad, but in character, Lamia wouldn't care.
Well, we find him like a Vagoat or something. We can
I
wrap
mean,
him up and keep him like for later.
As much as I think it would be useful, I also just think that it probably won't work the same way again now.
Mhm.
But who knows?
I'll start cutting it. Then.
Stuff like this is usually a one-use only item.
I got that little handy bandolier with some daggers, and I'll set those out.
Got some extra daggers now, so you start
Yeah.
slicing away at it. Cool.
I'll try and get the work at the arm.
Like,
Move
from
towards the
arm
face.
out. Yeah. That's ours and mines. Well, all of us.
I'll be talking the whole time, be like, "Okay, I'll get you. Just don't hyperventilate or nothing. You know, it's just gonna take some time. I don't know if you can understand me." I'll start speaking in Google. We're like, "Yeah, I'm just, I'm not sure what languages you speak, so I'm just gonna talk to you in both. That I know." Working on it.
I thought I had art for this already. Hold on.
That is kind of surprising you don't have art for it.
It's possible I just forgot to fucking save it.
Ah, yeah, that's fair.
Dude, it happens.
Oh no. Okay, I see what happened. All right. Anyway, so you keep cutting at it. I'm gonna try to do multitask here. You keep cutting at this, getting like different parts away. Eventually, you do see what appears to be some kind of greenish cloth kind of pokes out, like part of a dress. Somewhat thick material, but it's soaked through. Like the arm is also wet just from all the defrosting ice and stuff. You can tell the material's soaked through, so you're able to like kind of push that to the side and be a little bit more careful. You're like, I don't want to cut this person's clothing and that kind of stuff. But eventually, you get one half of this cocoon open, which is enough for them to grab like part of it and like, pull it away. And you see this long red hair spill out the top of it. You see this gorgeous looking, you would guess, Rowan because of the hair color. These bright green eyes. This woman looks demi for the most part, like a light dusting of freckles across the face. But she's got like this big. Her eyes are just like, she's got this complete moon-eyed look on her when she's finally exposed to the light of this area after being holed up in a cocoon this whole time. It pushes this one chunk off, gets her other arm finally free out of this like cast sleeve that it was in. It like sits all the way up and like scoots her way out of it. And as she kind of scoots out of the rest of this, you can see the full form of her clearly looks like some woman, a Rowan woman. Stunning beauty, yada yada yada. In this like kind of tightly wrapped green dress. Like again, thick material. It's got like what looks like some kind of brownish red fur sort of lining the collar of it. And like the cuffs at the end of the sleeves, clearly dressed for the cold. And was just wrapped up in her full clothing. But she takes this long, deep breath. Like, fixes on you for a second there, Sam. Like, looks around very quickly. Seems to, like, note everyone in the room. And then her gaze sort of stays when she sees Dave. And he goes, "Hi! Hello again. Good to see you." Which he says in... It says it in Tertian, and she kind of tilts her head, and then he switches to Sam. You can tell it's Sylvan, and she goes, "Oh, it's you!" And you all understand her as if it's your native tongue. She goes, "Oh, Dave, dear, you're still alive. Thanks to this lot, I'm assuming." He goes, "Yeah," which you all have heard yes in Sylvan enough that you understand him. You lose track of what else he's saying. He's kind of motioning to you all. You kind of think you hear your names like he's introducing you. He still isn't coming out of the cage. Or wait, no. Eli, since you're practicing with him, he's actually outside the cage.
Okay, cool.
So, you can tell he's kind of making introductions, and she's just nodding. Looking around, she says, "Oh, a regular bunch of heroes, are you? Oh, that's nice of you. Dave could really have used some help. Just a matter of course. Did you deal with a bluish, hideous woman blasts cold at you out of her mouth?"
I start pointing at the head.
Yeah, we've resolved that issue. Except for her homunculus is about somewhere.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a bit of
her
a...
humongous is around here somewhere.
She actually chuckles. Says, "Aye, that could be a problem. Not near as much as the master, though. And that's her head, the real thing."
Yeah, it's like there's no body under that. I just said it on the gram.
Genuine art, taken straight from the source.
What you keeping it for? Trophy?
We have to return it to the people who asked us to get rid of the head as proof.
Oh, don't think they'd mind if I kicked it around a bit, do they?
Have at it.
As long as they
I
can
don't
tell
know
it's
if-
the hag, I think it'd be fine.
I don't know if Fae have football, but where I come from, we have a similar thing. So just kick away.
Yeah.
Of put me.
I mean, I'll toss it
plenty of
back and
balls
forth
before,
before playing
mate.
football.
Like stands up and like takes one step and kind of wavers. Okay, maybe I don't have me full strength yet.
Yeah. Are
Like,
you
slow
hungry? I think I
roasted
got a
ground.
little bit of hot gruel left. Not a lot, though.
I wouldn't say no to some sort of warm food, honestly.
Yeah.
Gruel or otherwise.
It's
She
more
sort
for
of
the warmth than it is
scoots
the
away.
food.
You kind of notice that she seems to be keeping. She seems to be kind of keeping her back hidden from you all.
Can't imagine why.
So are you hurt at all, or are you like? You mean
Oh.
yeah?
Hard to say. Bit fuzzy in the memory. This was the first time I came through here. Me and Dave talked for a while. Was hoping to spring him free one of these days. Maybe that's what I came to do. Didn't quite work out, apparently.
Yeah. You don't remember how you got? Yeah. Saved for later.
No. No, honestly, probably got stung by that homunculus. I know it can
Oh.
put you to sleep.
So I was told.
I look behind me.
I know your
I've-
kind famously don't give out your names, but is there something we can call you?
I don't know. What do you think when you see me?
Red.
You can call me Red then. It's a nice color.
All right then, nice
glad-
name.
I'm glad you answered.
I'm glad she answered too instead
Oh
of
my
you
God.
answering. Next time I'll be faster on the draw. I like side eye you.
I was gonna say beautiful.
Sure,
Oh, that's
sure,
sweet
that's
of
what you're
you.
gonna say. Anyways, so you don't remember what happened?
Not quite. I remember getting in here, climbing up that little area, taking a peek through. Didn't see. What's her name? Whatever. Hag bitch. She's dead now.
Right.
But no, don't quite recall. No. Not at all. All I can presume is I got stung and captured and wrapped up or something. She looks down at the cocoon she was in. Like, starts examining
Oh,
it.
were you dreaming?
Maybe. Maybe for a while. But, unfortunately, those are a bit fuzzy too. I do remember... I remember a really nice one. Frolicking about the fields before they were covered in snow and ice. But... that was a long time ago. Just examining it. Oh, that beach! What is this? Some sort of Fey torture device. Meant to specifically capture my people. She looks at it again. And my measurements, too. Oh, that's just creepy.
You're obviously expecting you then.
Yeah, it's weird to know women's, sizes, dress sizes, shoe sizes, and other things.
Oh, maybe not for hags. They abhor anything beautiful. They abhor anything joyous, pleasurable, except for causing torment. They're awful things. Never trust one. Never deal with one unless you're dealing with it. And she points at the head.
Ah, right.
Definitely don't offer to sleep, but yeah, it's a.
Sam, you don't have to
goodness.
volunteer that.
Sam,
Red, have you ever heard of shame?
he has not. I assure you.
I'm not going to be the one to tell you. You live your life the way you want to. Freedom's important. Freedom to share as well.
I've got mud on my face before. So yeah.
Though maybe don't share your seed with a hag. Do you know what happens if you do that?
No.
You create
Well,
a hex
a child,
blood.
I guess, but yeah.
Well, not
What?
just any child, but a hex blood. Cursed child.
Oh.
Often with somewhat doomed fates to become like their predecessors or worse.
But like me? God, I'm a predecessor. Technically, at that point.
Sam, I don't Never mind.
Potentially, but not often. I mean, let me guess. You were going to make some deal to do this and then go away? Would you have had any influence in this child's life?
No, that's kind of why.
So you'd leave a youngin to deal with that fate? A child to deal with living with a hag being corrupted by it?
Well, we didn't.
I'm just saying that's the sort of thing that they like to trick you into. Usually more than that. And they can just lie to you. They're not Fae. They're not like us. They're not beholden to the things that they say.
Hey, Patrick. Is Eli's pointer thing doing anything?
I think it's still just pointing into the pit.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
I'm just
maintained that.
I was just making sure, because all throughout this I'm like, wait, I haven't done anything. Okay, cool.
Anywho, I'm sure you didn't come out here for your health. That's been pretty strange.
Well, health of others. I mean, are you talking about like out here, or are you talking about like here specifically?
Maybe both.
A little bit of both.
Well, we are on a...
Oh, now you're going to get all secretive after all that oversharing you just did.
I mean, Lamia was going to say, well, we are on a job.
Right.
Is that so? Like a paying one?
No, it's more of a favor.
Well, that's a payment. Payment in kind.
Interesting. Well, I mean, you've just done me a really nice favor here. I'm not opposed to potentially making some sort of other deal with you. Maybe you could use some help on this job.
We sure we could?
Maybe, but like from what we know, if we go to that area with anybody else without the amulets, it might be very dangerous for them.
The amulets, you say?
Uh-huh.
What sort of amulet?
Sorry, I'm looking at the amulet again because I vaguely have an idea.
I've got one on, right? I'll just fish it out of my pocket.
Oh, it's a necklace.
Where is it? Necklace
not
of
an
adaptation,
amulet.
right?
Yeah.
Yep, I've got it. I'll just fish it out of my pocket. You're like, one of these.
What's it do?
So it kind of puts a magic-y shell of fresh air and stuff around you and protects you from things. Yeah, and you can breathe. You know, because we need to breathe. I don't know if you need to breathe, but we certainly do.
Oh, of course. No, look, I got one of those somewhere around here. I don't know what happened to my belongings, but they've got to be in that... Is I in that hole there?
Yeah.
You
Son
certainly were.
I am working on a bag that I found,
Mommy's
but
still
it's going to take a little bit of time to get out.
That's mine. That's my bag. I've got one of those there amulets in it. Let you get into places you're not supposed to be.
If this Fae here was stung potentially by the homunculus, and my doodad keeps pointing at that pit, is there a decent chance that that thing is frozen down in there? And if we need to be paying attention while we're chipping.
I don't know what that doodad you've got there is.
Alright, it pointed to the head, but she's been dead for a bit, and now it's been pointing at this hole.
Oh, that's a little weird.
Didn't Sam say the tracks are more recent, though? The ice has been here for a while.
Yeah, that thing's been moving around in here somewhere. Scuttling about.
Yeah, it would be a little strange to have freed a homunculus under the ice. I mean, guess they don't have to breathe, though. So, it'd be a good storage place for them. Though if you need someone to dig it out, it's not much of a...
It's got a little layer under there, maybe. Maybe there's like a secret passageway that goes underneath the ice.
So it doesn't have to breathe.
Could be.
No, it's a
Oh.
construct, mate.
No, they're just clay and blood, really, and magic.
How do they do with like fire and stuff? Do we know that?
Don't enjoy it. Not
I'll
to
go
my
with
knowledge,
it.
at least. But I listen. You apparently you got somewhere to be, yeah.
Boy, dude.
Sounds like you're not supposed to be there if you need things to make you be able to breathe. Aye.
Probably.
It's a decent chance it's all locked up. Maybe you could use someone with nimble fingers and a keen eye,
That we could.
and someone who is quite lucky, I might add.
Well, we got that covered.
We've already got him. Yeah. That's funny. We both have the same thought.
I don't know. I'd say it's luckier to be able to survive and be peeled away from your icy prison.
I don't know. Sam was set on fire.
Yeah,
How
but
much
that's
time?
instant.
Sam was literally hit with a pillar of flame.
Yeah,
I
but
think
that was instant. We don't know
I
how
think
long
it's
she was
luckier
stuck.
if the pillar of fire misses you. But maybe I don't.
What else? What
understand
else did
love.
Sam survive? That's ridiculous. This guy lived through everything. That's the point.
I don't like talking about it.
I don't blame you.
How do you feel about cooked sconces? Sconces.
Cooked,
Cooked sconces.
Sconces.
Cooking sconces? Okay.
Cooked
Cooked
sconces.
sconces.
I can't even say it as messed
can't-
up as
yeah.
you did it.
Crooked sconces.
Crooked.
Crooked sconces.
I suppose I'd I mean, if I saw a crooked sconce, I'd have to straighten it. Or
Yeah,
at least check if
see?
it went somewhere.
It did. Well, not before a mouth talked me out of the wall, but
Turns out Sam's been a fave this whole
Regardless,
time, you
it sounds
sneaky-
like you're wishing to maybe join us on our job or favor.
you know,
Aye, you slaughtered a hag. You don't even look worse for wear.
Oh, we were.
shifty eyes.
Yeah, I was saying, Sam's like looks left, look right.
But listen, even if your toes fell off and you were missing teeth, you're not now. You catch my drift there. Most people who encounter a creature like that don't come out the other side normal. Those leave lifelong scars. Hell, she caught me. And I'm damn good. Oh, you don't look like you believe me all of a sudden.
No, that's
Whoa.
not it, Red.
No, I'm just thinking.
We certainly appreciate your offer, and we would love to take you up on it. Right?
I-
look over at everybody.
I would like to do a sense motive. More to get like if her disposition seems genuine.
Okay.
I just pshaw because sense motivating a fae seems
19.
ridiculously difficult.
Yeah, but Lamia doesn't really know any better, and she's gotta get a feeling.
It's hard to get a read on it. She's exceptionally charming regardless of how I'm playing her.
Yeah.
It's just there's just something that you want to believe her, and she seems very genuine, but you don't necessarily know if she is.
Okay. What was the last thing? I'm sorry.
Help you out. That sounds like a good deal.
I mean, I don't have a problem. Do you guys? I'm still digging at the.
Pink, pink, pink. Yeah, that sounds good. Pink. Yeah, I'm eyeing that cauldron hard. Hold on.
I'm more than happy to hear
That wouldn't be for free, of course.
you along. Right. What would
Hey,
you like?
I
in
thought there was a favor
exchange?
owed.
Oh, I never said I owed you a favor.
Get back in the cocoon. No.
I just said you did me one, not that I owed you one.
Smack. That's it.
Alright.
Anyways,
Well,
For
no.
that, I won't just be gallivanting off and leaving you to your fates. I'm good help. You're not doing me another favor by me going along with whatever crazy thing you've got planned.
I mean, I helped the brownies, and the brownies were pretty nice. So, I mean, I'm good. With
Oh,
that.
brownies are exceptionally kind, giving creatures. Granted, they also take their fair share.
Yeah, they did.
And if I'm going to be putting my life in danger, I think I could get maybe 3 items of my pick from wherever it is you're going.
I'm trying to remember if we were allowed to loot. I'm pretty sure we
I'm
were, but
pretty sure Shalibi said we can loot whatever we want. I'm almost positive he said that because I remember Panda's freaking head going.
Yeah.
Basically, anything that isn't in the actual rooms where the caskets are and such.
Right. Which is exactly what I will tell our fate friend. I'll be like, listen, we made a deal already, which is we can take anything we want from the place, except for things in these rooms where these caskets are. So you are welcome to first pick from the rest of the place, because we already made a deal with that, and I can't go against my word already.
3 times, like you asked.
Oh, you are so delightfully honest. But that does present a caveat. Since there's exceptions, I would like 5 things.
4.
2.
Not Sam!
Throw something at Sam.
She smiles.
I like stuff!
5. I'll stick with 5. They can be negotiated, but I get the ultimate say.
Come on, Sam. You might be able to find another goblet, so it's okay.
Do you press for 4
I
again,
didn't
so
get this
I'll let
goal.
you roll. But
5, and we talk about it. Sam's
4.5.
fine with me. I'm
You
not
get one
splitting
item half
something
the
in
year,
half.
I get the other half.
I will throw things at you
Right.
again.
sounds like a deal to me. I think we should probably shake on it, yeah?
I'll do it.
I'll put my hand out.
She shakes your hand.
Shitty.
He goes, but you had a good opportunity there, by the way. You could have just said, yes, and then told me the exceptions afterwards after I agreed. It's right tricky. It's a little bit dishonest, but it is valid.
True enough, but it's not generally how I like to do business.
Also,
course,
again,
of
the
course.
place is, dangerous, so getting that kind of stuff out of the way is important, I think.
Of course. Now, listen, I'm very good at finding things like traps, like booby traps, magical traps, any sort of thing that's meant to trip you up when you're supposed to be going somewhere that you're not supposed to be. I've found it fascinating ever since I was a youngin'. So, I'm willing to extend that particular capability to you all. I can hold my own in combat, but I'd rather sort of stay out of that if I can. But, of course, I'll help out. Considering I'd rather you all succeed at what you're doing than not. Just don't expect me to go laying me life down for a few trinkets.
Dirty nodded.
And of course, once every sunrise or so, I can impart some better than normal luck on someone, an intrepid adventurer, especially one who seems to be helping me out. I can impart bad luck as well against those that will piss me right off, of course, but in your case, I have no reason to do that. Now, I do have to lay me little digits on you in order for that to happen. If any of you would like my blessing for the day.
Any of us doing anything today that requires any kind of anything?
No, I'm going to check that cauldron again. I'm going to try and scoop around it and see if
I mean, maybe Sam, just so he can, when he's watching out on his watch for the
Hummer Mark II.
Yeah, it'll be easier for him to spot
but he's
it or
already
track.
lucky. As you said, these things don't
Also,
compound upon each other.
Of the person who's gonna be the most likely to spot something, it is gonna be Sam every time.
That's fair, but
He has the highest perception score of all.
Have eyes. Special eyes.
Anyways, so I vote that actually you give your luck to Lamia. Lamia,
No.
you can all the luck in the world right now.
Go pat her on the head. So people
All right, miss, come here. I'm gonna put my hands on you.
Okie dokie.
Little digital fingers.
Alamia will scoop herself out of the thing.
It's like you don't even come all the way out. Like it's like as you're like pushing your way up, she just comes over and like puts her hands on like your cheeks, kind of squishes your face. And you can see she like kind of closes her eyes, waits there for a moment. You don't really feel anything except maybe just like a little bit of embarrassment, a little bit of arms burning a little just because of the position you're having to hold yourself in. 6 seconds go by, and then she releases you and says, "That'll do it for the rest of the day. You're a bit luckier, a little less likely to fall prey to dangers. You get a +2 luck bonus on all saving throws, attack rolls, skill checks, and that's it."
Holy crap. Okay.
That's a lot of things.
That is a lot of things. Where shall I put that for now?
I'll
put that as a buff.
Let's see, Sam and Eli, you can roll perception.
Wait. There we go. That's how the alphabet works. I figured it out, guys. The alphabet, that is. Hey, there we go. That's a roll.
16, 18. 18 it is. You can see the back of this dress is like actually open, despite like the thick material, and it seems to be wrapped pretty tightly for the most part, like to be against the cold. And let's see, Eli, you will notice something. You'll both notice this, but Eli, this is the only thing you notice, which is it looks like she's got like a fur belt on that you didn't quite notice before, and then you realize it's a foxtail wrapped around her waist.
They did say that she was a fox lady. I remember that.
And then Sam, the other thing you notice is her hair appears to be covering what looks like a hollow hole in her back. It almost looks like a hollow that would be in a tree. Like it actually looks like there's like wooden edges to it. There's just like a hole there. You don't see like into it all the way. You just barely notice it because like the hair seems to cover it. And then if you have knowledge of nature, you may roll a check to see if you can identify this fae.
You said all saves, all skills, and attack?
Yeah, saving throws, attack rolls, and skill checks.
I'm so badly this one. Okay. Oh, sorry.
You don't actually do that, I'm assuming?
No.
Yeah, nature.
I'm not an insane person.
Can Panda use his knowledge weave to get?
Can I actually know? Because the Kiki Mountie Master Girls are one of my favorite Fox girls. I put her right up there with the.
Anyway.
You
Somebody's
know
cut
that this
there.
creature is called a Huldra. 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 Just hit the DC. So, I can answer one question about them, but wait a moment, I'm going to see what other thing I will give you here.
Are they single? No.
That's individual.
I know. Don't.
You will know that they find it pretty insulting. There are certain things that are very insulting to them, one of which you know to be pointing out their tail or the wood-lined hollow in their back.
The two things I was going to do.
Drawing attention to those things frustrates them. But you can ask me another question about them if you'd like to know.
Enemy suggestions from the other players. Are y'all nodding your head or are you shaking your head?
No, I'm thinking.
I'm also thinking about a pertinent question besides, like, what do they do traditionally? Like, you know, obviously this specific one likes, you know, traps and trinkets. Are they all like that? Are they tricksters? Are they whatever? Like that kind of question, you know? That way we kind of know what we're in for here.
I'll let you have one.
Where do they calm? I mean, not come from? Like, never mind. Like, is it common for them to be in the ice or whatever, that kind of thing? But I think Eli's question is a better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Are they normally?
Sam could offer a massage. Oh my god, Ellie.
Full body massage.
No,
So Woodline
low price
Hollow,
of
right? You
4
should,
items.
you should say I got linseed oil. Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll ask. Is this common for her type of the Holtras? Is she a common representation of, like, yeah, they like dealing with traps and so on and so forth?
Okay, I can tell you. That's yes and no. They are naturally very curious about other races, about customs, and that kind of thing, especially to outsiders who are respectful, especially respectful of nature. They tend to like people who adventure outdoors, things like woodcutters and that sort of stuff. Tend to be the people that they end up interacting with, whether that be for some kind of romantic dalliance or just some kind of friendship forged. They are known to be very curious and to get into various different interests that you would expect to be more civilized interests, like non-fey things such as traps, such as crafting, such as music is very fey. But you know what I mean. Like they tend to take interest in like some things that people tend to do, and they do also seem to like to interact with people, with mortals, as it were.
Okay.
Neato.
So in one way she's typical, but you don't necessarily think traps and that kind of thing is like the typical Holder thing. That may be a bit more unique.
I will ask her. Hey, I did just get this lovely blue and silver owl feather crystal cloak thing or robe. Would you like to wear that for the time being? The dress is nice, but might help you cover up some.
It would help ward against the cold, I'm sure. Though I've got some things in that bag there that'll help as well. I wouldn't want to be snatching your gear or anything unless you're sure about offering it.
I was just letting you borrow it until we get in there, because you have some stuff in there. I mean, just for the time being.
I mean, he got it for free.
Yeah, it was the 5-finger discount.
Well, certainly.
Hey.
I wouldn't mind wearing it for now.
Finders keepers is a rule of everything.
Yeah.
You know?
We all
Oh,
heard your
thank
accent,
you.
slip, Dave.
I did.
Yeah.
Finders keepers is the way you're saying an Irish accent for some reason.
Finders keepers.
Finders keepers, mate. Yeah,
That
anyways.
was like Swedish. What are you doing?
Sweden is a little different.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna
And
try.
I think I had Deebs on that there thing. Yeah, no.
Oh
don't
God, I almost had a stroke. What was that?
It was bad.
Uh,
I do want to make I wanted to make a joke of like, oh, that bag, your bag? No, I had dibs on that. That's my bag.
Dibs.
Yeah.
Dibs.
Oh, sorry, I
You
called
eat that?
dibs.
You need that saying?
You gotta eat
But
that
no.
saying.
Dibs.
Dibs. Yeah, I'll offer that for that because if
Yeah, she'll
that's
wear
a
it for now.
self-conscious thing of like, yeah, I don't like people looking at the tail or the back thing. I
I
so
will ask
badly
a
want to
question,
ask
though.
to something go there, but I'm not going to.
which
Like,
is
you like slot in like wings or like backpack?
They're not ashamed of being fey or being like, oh, you're a holder or whatever, but just like don't draw attention to their tail, you know.
so. I do have a question though. How do you know Dave? Other than obviously Dave being in the cage.
Oh yeah, Dave. When I first found this place, I was able to see him in there in that cage. Didn't really have the means to spring him free, but I talked to him for a bit while the hag was out. And Dave's like, yeah, I said that I met the lady and she's really nice.
I remember that. Yeah.
I just wasn't sure what happened to her. I'm glad you're safe. And she's like, hi, as am I. Well, relatively speaking. But no, I was planning to come and get him out of here, you know, along with some of the others. He wouldn't be the first person I sprung free from this fucking hellhole that it is. But maybe he would have been the last.
That's nice.
Aye, it's a good way to flex your skills a bit, shore them up. You gotta confront the danger or you never get accustomed to it.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Plus, the old big heads out there paid me a pretty penny a few times. Once they figured out what I could do.
No.
They didn't mention you.
Oh, I'm not a household name. Just on occasion you find someone who's looking for someone and you offer your services.
Makes sense to me.
Maybe if you talked to the right ones, they would have mentioned me. Did you go to their home?
Maybe? Or are they the side pack? I honestly don't remember.
There's a few different tribes of them. Maybe you didn't talk to the ones I did.
Also true. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't journey too far east, did you? Didn't run into the bigger giants.
We were told not to go over that way.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, that's good advice. Your type would not be appreciated. Don't take quite as kindly to you. Either way. Alright, what's the scoop? Where are we headed? What are we doing? What am I breaking into?
Once we report back with the Hag's Head, and then further back to take one of the people to our people, we intend to go to the Cradle of the Moon. Or not Moon, sorry. I have Cradle of the Moon written in front of me, so it's like, no, that's not what it is.
It is. That's what it's called.
Oh, it is what it is called.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Cradle of the Moon.
I was looking at my notes like, I thought that's what it was called.
Cradle of the Moon. Ain't that where them silver maidens died or whatever? Oh, you're too young for that story.
Nah, but we are, for sure. Would you care to share it? Because we got bits and pieces, but not, like, enough, you know?
Oh, I don't know the whole tale. Just that there were these moon ladies. They represented those big old orbs in the sky that you will call the moons. There used to be a bunch of them. Now there's only the one. I think something happened. Some sort of fight. There was this big light that seemed to come out of nowhere, shattered a bunch of them. What did we call that? Or no, it wasn't a light, there was a shape. I remember. There was a shape, this sort of, how do I even put it? If you could imagine, you know how you see the night sky and there's all the stars in it and it's gorgeous? Imagine there's a black mass moving across it, where it sort of distorts the light as it moves away, like it doesn't have a form, just a distortion. Streaked across the air, and everything it touched, there was this light that followed it. And whatever that light touched, exploded into just tiny shards, brilliant and burning until they turned into nothing. I think maybe those people are saying that those shards fell, collected, turned into those silver maidens, and they didn't last long outside the heavens. That light, though, I don't remember. Not a lot of stories that exist about it. I'm not even sure how many people know about it. Everyone seems to fixate on that part, though. On the wave that came after the shape, but I think the light is a byproduct, the bringer of the light. That was really the terrifying thing. Don't know what happened to it, but the fact that the other moon is still there tells me that I guess maybe it got its fill of moon killings, Or maybe it's moved on to other worlds. Who knows?
Nice indeed.
Oh, those ladies, though. Apparently, my own mother was able to meet with one. She's the one who told me the stories. Said they were joyful, vibrant creatures right to the end. Able to catch shadows and moonbeams, stray rays of the sun in their hair, fashioned into clothing, into weapons. Divine beings. Right on par with the eldest. But they weren't meant for this world. So we're going where they were buried. I like the sound of it. I'm really regretting now, though, just agreeing to not take anything from their specific burial rooms, but I can see why you wouldn't want to. Any way you'd make an exception?
I don't think so, unfortunately. It's just kind of got to be the way it is. We already made a deal with a very fine gentleman, and I wouldn't want to upset him or go back on our promise to him.
Understandable. Well, on the way there, I can make sure you get to all the best hunting and fishing spots. I can tell you what herbs and vegetation are good to eat, which ones taste the best, which ones are poisonous, or which one falls into both categories. And if you got a way to deal with the poison, then you may as well eat it anyway. Plenty of other things. Love being outside. As much as I like delving into dusty old ruins, nothing beats the crisp woodland air. I just wish spring would come again one day. But apparently it hasn't since that maiden died. So we have this to deal with.
I thought that we had it like this because there was a deal between Faye and the
Settlers.
Druid. Not. I'm sorry. I was looking for the actual words that we were given, not druids. I have it in my notes somewhere. But yeah, regardless, I thought it was like this because there was a bargain between the Fae and the rest of the culture to basically not interfere with one another.
That's not the cause of the winter, dear. Just the separation.
Interesting.
Well, maybe it's part of it. Part of a grander deal, really. There's secrets in this land that one really shouldn't speak aloud or in quiet. But if you consider beings of great power, whom you know, that like to dwell on misery and darkness and winter, I'm sure you could figure out who wants those secrets held intact.
Lamia looks over to Eli and eyes wherever he put the symbol of Mab.
It's in his pocket, isn't it?
It's in a
We got another
bag.
hydrate.
It's in my bag.
Yeah, I just drank some.
It's in my bag.
Well, at least it's not their grave we're going to. I mean, it'd be sort of nice, honestly. But you just sort of get sick of there being only one season after a while.
I grew up in rain, so I'm kind of used to just kind of one season.
No, you get sick of it.
I mean, I can safely say I'm sick of it. So, you know.
Look, it's been rain or cold.
It's been rain, cold, or subterranean.
Yeah.
All you've got.
Like the only respite I had was in a quiet cemetery or grave area.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know what that was about, but it was nice.
Well, when are we heading out? Oh, wait. I hear those.
Yeah, we have a
winds.
storm out there.
Of course, there's always a bloody storm.
Yeah. Also, just so you don't get startled, if for any reason you start walking towards the mouth of the cave, there is a warg, like, just chilling hanging out. We made a deal. He's not going to bother us. We're not going to bother him.
Warg. Interesting. They don't normally strike deals.
Well, we did kind of kill its pack alpha thingy and the hag, and so he decided he didn't really want to mess with us if it didn't have to, I think.
Good. It was awfully kind of you to spare the tyke, I suppose. But they're nasty creatures, all of them.
I can fix them.
Sam,
I thought
could you
the
at
same
least
thing.
wait until your harpy daughters are grown before you can say that to other creatures?
Nah, I got it. I'm built different.
Different. Well, anything you want to know about maybe the giants out east, or something else about these woodlands, or yours truly? She like bats her eyelashes.
What are you willing to share, Red?
I mean, I'm not opposed to sharing some stories by the fire, or maybe a gentle embrace, or a meal, or lewd, sordid secrets. She grins, says, but, I mean, some things really aren't secretive. I mean, I've been to the land of the giants. I've been all around where the big heads are, the Ved. Dave is just like, yeah, she's told me some stories, about the land of the giants. How, tell them about the tower out there. Oh, no, the tower's kind of boring. Maybe you want to know something else. They're probably not interested in architecture.
I mean, how big's the town? I mean, it's
Well-
Land of the Giants. Is it a giant-sized tower, or is it like a...
Oh, quite.
Okay.
It ascends high enough that the low-hanging clouds that cover the peaks of mountains obscure the top of it.
Oh. Yeah, that is...
No idea where
I've
it
seen some
leads.
low clouds. I think it's like... Is there like a folklore of Jack and the Beanstalk type thing? I think I've asked
If
that
you
before.
want, sure. Yeah, I think you've made it up before.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say a lore of like the Tower of Babel, but whatever.
That's true. But Jack and the Beanstalk was like, oh yeah, there's a whole launch and folktale of some farmer's kid got tricked into selling their last, shores for some magic beans and landed the magic beans to grow bean plants and went up to the clouds, and that's where the giants live.
Is that anything like Jamie and the Giant Pumpkin?
I'm not familiar with that one. We dealt mostly with beans.
This one's about beans. Interesting.
I know about Lou and the Big Peach.
What about Lonnie Applecore?
You all have far more produce-based lore or mythologies than I did growing up.
I know about the Sinister Pumpkin, though. The Sinister Pumpkin's good.
Well, that's a good tale. But the tower's pretty interesting. Never been inside it myself. They won't let non-giants go in. Also, difficult to climb those stairs, let me tell you.
I mean, yeah. What, it can be
Giant-sized
tall,
stairs. Yeah, I imagine.
Aye. Like, you
I'm
think
sure you can
normal
just
stairs
go
are
in.
difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, I've snuck in, but, you know. The
Still a
task
lot of
before
work.
me was clearly beyond my scale. I went ahead and left. So, but no, there's all sorts of things there. Are you interested in weapons or certain rituals, spellcraft, and the like?
I mean, yes, ritual spellcraft very interesting to me.
I can tell you about
Awesome.
a weapon that I got. The history on
aye.
it, at least. I'll let you do the spellcraft thing. So we're getting
Oh,
close
yeah.
to time, so we can
She says, yeah, there's some ritual magics out there, different sorts. If you can show them that you've got any sort of magical inclination, instantly ups your standing there. Not every giant can perform it. Not all of them are connected to the astral weave, as it were. Only some of them. Those that are, certain class of citizen. Those that aren't, certain class of citizen. But even tinies like yourselves and myself, you've got spellcraft.
Hang on.
You can earn their respect.
We don't do the teamwork. We got a lot of family that are small. That's kind of a sore topic.
Oh, you'd have to get used to it if you're around giants. We're all tinies to
Yeah,
them.
I would think so.
I mean, I guess compared to a giant, everybody normal size is tiny.
Oh, wait, you're ready. Oh, that's so adorable. That means your parents are... They're Volo, yes?
Yes.
Lucky beings. Oh, those are some of my favorite kind of people. Some of my favorite kinds. Say
You
what?
might even have met them before,
Yeah,
if you've been around.
Yeah.
Yeah, most
Well-
people have met a good being or 2 or 5.
Well, at least extended family.
Are they anything like the Birdsag?
That's an extended branch, yes.
What do you call a branch on a beanstalk?
Stem.
Oh, I thought a limb.
Yeah,
Should call it. So I would maybe call it an extended limb. But either way, yes, there's rituals there, that sort of thing. Look, if you've got magics in you, you could just do, especially without using like a book or anything. You could venture there if you liked, and maybe learn a thing or two about their own specific type of casting. I'm not the most adept at that sort of spellcraft, honestly. My abilities just come from me being me. They don't really see them in the same light, on account of me being Fae. But as far as weapons, they've got some of the greatest smiths in the world. Giant smiths are renowned among, well, I guess maybe not mortal folk. Maybe you don't know enough about them, since they go about eating you and the like. But they've been known to craft very potent magical arms and armaments, or even modify existing ones, either to fit themselves or others. If you could find a way to get one to owe you a favor, you could really get something good out of it, but I suppose that's neither here nor there. We're about to venture into the grave of what you might even consider deities, aye?
Hi.
Pretty close, yeah.
It's gonna be a hell of a trip. It's a long way off, just so you know. Don't know if you've ever been there.
Well, we have steeds to help us get through.
You brought horses here. What, are you crazy? Are you mad?
They're special.
They're gonna be
They're-
steed sickles out there.
They're also not horses.
Yeah, they're Sylphwins.
Sylphwins. Oh, those aren't normal steeds, lass. Those are Sylphwins. They're different. Much prettier, in my opinion. All the green and the vegetation and such. Plus, they're inured to the cold.
Right.
That will
Brown
get you
wax
there
full of
quickly.
himself.
So who am I riding with? I can't move as fast as those can.
Not many could, I imagine. Well, Sam, you are the smallest of us.
How dare you?
He was just talking about being tiny. Anyway,
I didn't say tiny, I said small.
I understand, but he
No.
was just talking about how being tiny
think-
is a sore subject.
I think Mr. Goodbean over here is the most conveniently sized.
Thank you.
You can
I would
say he's
be
fun size.
Honored to ride with you.
I do want to get one of those babies up to top speed one day, though. Not here, of course. I would die.
Just gotta get an appropriate helmet.
Yeah.
Cast
Find some
your
salt
elements on
flags.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Get
Yeah.
some goggles. Yeah.
Well, the good news is, and we'll end on this, I guess. I've been there before, so I can act as your guide. And there's a lot of spots to avoid, so lucky you I'm here.
That is lucky.
Very.
Man thing!
Ah,
Are you being summoned again, Eli?
I wouldn't say that word.
You are
but yes.
summoned!
He would say that word, but I wouldn't.
Man thing, have you died?
I'm a coming.
You get out there, and what you'll notice is just the two wolves sitting there, and it looks like the storm has finally cleared.
Oh,
Cool.
He just says, I summoned you to let you know we'll be on our way. And also, that while I will begrudgingly leave you be, you've shown your power, and my pride is wounded at not taking vengeance, but survival of the pack comes first. I can't make such promises for others of my kind out in the snows.
Alright, well, I guess take care. Travel safe. We'll meet again. Just a head nod and a shake, and we'll be on our way too. I have no desire to fight or anything if we don't have to.
Of course. There's a pause. Eli, give me a diplomacy check real quick.
Yeah, diplomacy. I'm good at that.
Been interacting with him a few times. Fuck.
Ooh.
Okay, that's pretty high. 25, so you keep in the 25.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that.
Not all
25.
DCs are intervals of 5, as you know.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but I'm gonna keep.
Do you wanna do a luck die?
Can I roll luck on it to make it higher?
I'm gonna keep the 25.
Can
Alright,
I
fair
roll
enough.
luck on it to
No,
make it higher?
you would have to convince Dave. It's his roll. So if you said
Yeah.
no, that's fine. So 25 is still really high. So there's like a pause, and he says, I thank you for your assistance. I'm well aware you didn't need to settle for a ceasefire. If it is all right with you. Well, I guess I should ask first. Do you have plans for this place?
Well, I don't. We have a young bloke in there named Dave who seems very hesitant to leave, but I'm trying to convince him to head out with us as well. So we should empty out this cave here in a little bit.
Very well. You have assisted in the survival of my pack. I will use this cave to rebuild it. Since you claim no ownership over it.
Oh.
You show me your mark. I will make certain none of my pack accosts you.
All right then. The best I've got is my company seal thing, really.
Do you have Arcane Mark prepared?
Nope.
Then yeah, you'll just have to show it to him. or give it to him if you're like, I don't want to trust your
Yeah.
memory.
Yep, exactly. I'd be like, you can have this. This is yours. There you go.
Like sniffs it and studies it for a little bit and says, very well. Anyone who bears this mark we will not accost, or that presents it, we will consider one of yours. However, on that same token, should they transgress against our pack, bearing your mark, they are your responsibility.
Fair enough.
Simply be careful who you trust it to.
Will do.
I will alert the others to wait a few hours for you to clear out.
Much appreciated.
He steps out and gives a howl. This long, powerful howl. You hear a surprising number of responses from off in the distance.
Ah, good for them.
I very much kind of look back at the group and be like, "Yeesh."
Where it's like, oh yeah, we encountered a section of that pack.
And we lucked out there.
But cool. I'm sorry. And then the very last thing, as you're on your way back, Eli, you hear a yelp of surprise from Dave. And the other two of you immediately see the cause of it. Is on Dave's shoulder appears what looks kind of like almost like a fucking Funko Pop version of of the hag you guys fought, except it's like house cat sized, and it's got this big ass fucking scorpion stinger on the back of it. He's just clinging to Dave's shoulder with his big, hideous grin on its face. And he looks absolutely fucking terrified. As like the stinger looks like it's poised, and like the wings are kind of like fluttering slightly. They look like more like dragonfly wings. Oh, sorry, no, these are bat wings. They're little bat wings.
Oh, okay.
But it's got this like weird smile on its face. It's like just all sharp teeth. And it's kind of drooling a little bit. And Dave's just like, oh, it's calling me master.
Oh!
As I presume you guys have like picked up weapons at this point.
Yeah, I was about
get
to
myself
magic
out of
missile
the-
this thing. Like, I was just like, huh? No.
Falling up over the thing, like on his belly, preparing a spell. It's like, I got it.
Got it. Fuck.
Matching this little arrow,
But-
dagger made of snow.
So, yeah, you found the homunculus.
Hooray.
And yeah, we'll end there for now so that we don't go too far
Look,
over.
it's the Houston.
We'll pick up next session on you guys finally leaving the fucking cave and getting to ride the Sylph Winds towards Placey Place.
Please,
Hooray,
please.
hooray.
We did it.
Or you might stay the night. It's past midday, so it's up to you guys.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, anyway, yeah. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. That was fun.
Thank
Let's
y'all
go
for
to
the
Well,
exercise.
you figure out who to raid. I will remind everybody that we do, in fact, have a fun and friendly Discord that you can join, which is a lot of fun. If you want to jump in there and watch us speak primarily in GIFs, that is pretty awesome. We also do have a YouTube channel for all the replays. They go up Monday usually. Just check that out. It's just unnatural_1s, just like everything else. We have Facebook and Instagram if you want to interact with us there. Also Twitter. I refuse to call it
Yes,
X.
we're friendly.
Mostly. Anyways, and then of course we also have a Patreon, which is unnatural_1s. And on Patreon you can join right now for the low price of $1 and get access to basically everything, which includes podcasts, our game design content where Kukin and I work on our own TTRPG, and a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, hey, we're raiding Interpoint Station. They are going to be playing a really cool game called Lancer, which has giant robots and is dope. And we have the freaking source material for it, and I still really want to play it some point.
I can see their chat right now, and I see Zephyr2087 says, "Sire, my liege, all father of drones, show these heathens what action economy is all about."
Oh my god.